Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Ariel Helwani Show!
Back in your life on this Tuesday, Cinco de Mayo, 2026. Hello again, everyone. I'm Ariel Helwani. I didn't quite workshop that in my mind beforehand. You know, there's a certain cadence when you're doing it the same way every single day, but it is Cinco de Mayo, and so congratulations and felicidad. And how would you say it? Happy Cinco de Mayo, not congratulations, right?
You can say Feliz Cinco de Mayo.
Feliz Cinco de Mayo, of course, like Feliz Navidad.
Just like that. You got it.
Well, I hope it's a very happy and merry Cinco de Mayo for all those who are celebrating. For us here, it's just another great Tuesday. It's another great Tuesday. Everyone loves this time of year. There's a lot to be excited about. Truth be told, I'm a little sleepy on this Tuesday. I had a late night, my friends. After yesterday's program, I did mosey on down to the world's most famous arena, Madison Square Garden. Not trying to make a big deal about, courtside and, hanging with my boy and, those people. I'm not trying to make a big deal about that. The only thing I'm trying to say is that, the Knicks won by like 30-something points. And we won our last 3 games by 30-something points. And our last 4 games were actually blowouts. And that's never happened before in the history of the NBA playoffs. But the problem is, you come home after an experience like that. The affogato, the biscotti, the candy, the celebs, all that stuff. It's hard to go to sleep. So by the time I actually went to bed, it was like 1:45 a.m., I think. It's hard to go to sleep. And then you're up at 6:15 and, it hits you. But it's the good kind of tired. There's a bad kind of tired and there's a good kind of tired. This is the good kind of tired. So I feel good. I'm flying high. I'm feeling very excited. We have a live show for all of you this Friday. I do want to let you know this Friday, limited tickets available. Yes, I keep saying that, but it is true. It's always hard to get over the hump with the last bunch. And so grab them while you can. In the chat, we've got the link. There we are. Myself, Rick, GC, Frank, Andy, Jordan, the whole crew will be there. Special guests as well. Doors open at 8, live at 8:30, done by about 10. It's going to be a grand old time. Get your tickets now. You have to be there to experience it, all right? That's just the way we do things around these parts, all right? There's not going to be a pod posted afterwards or anything like that, so don't come complaining to us about that, all right? We do have 2 tickets that we are going to donate, and I believe Mr. New York Rick has the details on how you can win said tickets. Is that not right?
Yeah, we're going to keep it very simple.
Okay.
Shout out to Nick Weber, who sent in a super chat, said he was going to buy 2 tickets. They're the VIP tickets, and we could give them away. He has transferred the tickets to me. I am in possession of the 2 tickets. One of you will be able to get them. Obviously, please be in the area and actually be able to use them. Here's how you're going to win them. Email me. My email is newyorkrick@gmail.com. Plead your case. The best one, maybe we'll read it on air. We'll see. I'm kind of, we'll see how good it is. But make me want to give you these tickets. And one of you will get them. A pair for the winner. Send your best plea to me.
He wants you to beg.
Beg.
He wants you to pitch him. He wants you to state your case.
If you want to put in a video of you crying, how much this will mean to you, all those things, send it to me. Make me really care.
There was someone in the chat before we went live who asked about said tickets, said he went to the NJ Pack show 2 years ago. It was an amazing time. His girlfriend surprised him with tickets. And so he was asking about the status of these tickets. Once again, the email address is
newyorkrick@gmail.com.
Easy work. And what's the deadline? Is there a deadline?
Yeah, let's
by
make
end of show tomorrow, by end of day tomorrow, by 7 p.m. tomorrow.
Yeah, I guess we could announce on BITB.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah, so the cutoff will be Wednesday, end of day. Thursday, the winner will be announced. Leave your calendars open if you submit it.
Now, we do hope that some of you buy tickets as well, because we don't want.
Well, there's only 2. I mean, come on, you gotta buy.
I'm just saying. I don't want everyone to just kind of take their chances here. You know what I mean? This could slow down our ticket sales, Rick.
Yeah, for sure.
We didn't think this through.
No.
But anyway, it should work out, and it's going to be fun. And then we're off to L.A. On the weekend. Some of us Saturday, some of us Sunday. So, like I said, a lot to be excited about. We have another great show planned for all of you. A 4-pack of guests from around the world of combat sports. Back end of the program, El Monstro. How fitting on this Cinco de Mayo to have the face, in many people's eyes, of Mexican boxing right now. Certainly on fire is David Benavidez, the first man to win titles at 168, 175, and 200 pounds. And we're all still buzzing after what he did to Zurdo Ramirez on Saturday in Las Vegas, now a cruiserweight champion. And the guy is just box office. You can make a strong case now that he's one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world, obviously. And you can make a strong case that, like, pound for pound in terms of action, entertainment, he's at the very top of the list. You can make that case right now. Anyway, we talked to him before the fight. We'll talk to him today at 3 o'clock. Looking forward to that chat. What a guy. And, I mean, the world is his oyster. From guys at 175 to 200. Even now, Turki Al-Sheikh talking about him fighting Alexander Usyk at heavyweight. He's got a lot of options. Money, options, those are what you want as a prize fighter. Prior to that, we're going to be joined by a former champion in the UFC's middleweight division, Strikeforce middleweight division, Luke Rockhold, our old friend who's become a good friend and training partner to one Khamzat Chimaev. We will get the skinny, as they say, on what's it been like training with Khamzat and Armin and the whole crew down in Southern California. Talk to him about things going on in his life and more. So Luke Rockhold will stop by. Prior to that, Triple D, Dynamite Daniel Dubois. He's fighting in a domestic dust-up on Saturday, an all-British affair for the WBO heavyweight title against Fabio Wardley, trying to become champion once again. Haven't seen him in quite a bit. He's been through a lot, parted ways with his trainer, now back with his trainer. Daniel Dubois, he had a face-off earlier today. They had a press conference for this fight. It's going down at the Co-op Live in Manchester. It'll be during the day, so it won't go head-to-head with 328. We've never had him on the show before. One of the great characters in the sport of boxing. He'll join us at about 2 o'clock. And at 1:30, Tatsuro Taira will join us. He's going up against Joshua Vant for the UFC flyweight title Saturday in Newark, Prudential Center. First time two fighters born in the 2000s fight for a UFC title. This was supposed to happen in April, got postponed, trying to become the first Japanese-born champion in UFC history. So a lot at stake there, a lot to be excited about, a lot going on as per usual in the world of combat sports. Now, we did get some breaking news this morning, friends. The highly debated, much anticipated, much talked about event that's going down in June in Baku, Azerbaijan. It does have its main event, and the main event is... There it is. Rafael Fiziev versus Manuel Torres, June 27th, UFC Baku, number 11 versus number unranked. There's also a co-main event that was announced as well. It is Shara Bullet against Michel Pereira. How about that? Middleweight division fight. What do you guys think of those fights?
Man, credit to Rafael Fiziev.
Yeah? Why?
This is an incredibly tough fight against an incredibly dangerous fighter. And I mean, the guys that he's fought on the lead up to this, Mauricio Huffy last time out, Ignacio Bahamondes, which he won, Justin Gaethje, Gamrot, Gaethje, RDA. That is a tough stretch for Fiziev.
Are you surprised they put him in the main event?
No. It's perfect. Baku.
Yeah.
Azerbaijani.
Makes sense. One of their own.
Yeah. Yeah, and plus, like, with the rising star of Manuel Torres and, like, his ability to get knockouts, I think it fits.
PT, what do you think?
I like the middleweight fight more. That's going to be an absolute carnival stuff there. Pereira and Shara Bullet. I mean, lads are going to be cartwheeling kicks into each other, I'd say, from the first bell. So very excited about that. And Fiziev and Torres, very, very good as well.
How you doing, PT?
Great. Slept for about 25 hours over the last 2 days.
Okay. You feel fresh as a daisy?
Yeah, but the problem is Reggie had to go to the vet today. And it's a quite embarrassing story because he simulates injuries and he acts like he's going to die. And then you bring him to the vet and they're like, there's absolutely nothing wrong with this dog.
Yeah.
Like, all right.
Respect.
He's just standing there with his shawl like this. And I was like, what's wrong with your paw, mate? And he obviously can't speak English. So I was like, right, we're going to bring him to the vet. And he's like this the whole way up, gets into the vet, starts jumping up on everyone.
Yeah.
I'm like, she's like, this is the third time this has happened. And I'm like, yeah, I know.
He's
So
a bit
how
of
much do I owe you?
a
Like 100 quid. There you go. Thank you.
hypochondriac, as they say.
He's ridiculous, mate.
Drama, a lot of drama, big drama show.
He's dramatic.
Yeah.
He is. He is pathetic. Like, I mean, he doesn't dog well at all. You know, some would say that, Frank. Some would say that.
PC, there's been a big demand for 30 million in the kitchen scrap. For the
30
kitchen-
million for the kitchen scrap.
Yeah, there's been a big demand for the merch. A lot of people have been talking on the streets. I was being hit up for it.
Really? I'm not very creative. So
Can you get on that
if you
for
want
us?
to.
Can you do some mock-ups? Send us some pictures, some PDFs?
I'm not good at that stuff. I'm not good at a lot of things, actually.
I thought you were good at the computers and all that.
No. Jordan does all my computer stuff. Don't you, Jordan?
Yeah, I keep telling you to update before we go live at 1, and you keep doing it at 12:58.
It's such a
becoming a
classic
real
move.
problem.
Oh, my phone, my computer. It's just updating.
I never miss. I'm always here. I mean, you know what I mean? You throw up the fucking bat signal, I'm always here, Helwani.
That is
You know what
true.
I mean? What about you there last night?
Yeah, you saw me there, huh?
there.
On the
I saw
base.
you there.
Oh, what? Stop, guys. Me and AB? Are you kidding me? Let me tell you something. Action walks in there, and he could run for mayor right now and win hands down, no questions asked. Doesn't matter where you're from, what your demographic is, your religion, your gender. They all love him. I'm standing there at PC right next to like Patrick Ewing and stuff. I'm like, what the hell? This was 1994 Helwani on the baseline. I was right next to the Sixers bench. Right next to the Sixers bench, PT. Like right there, next to the Sixers owners. Dave Schaller, former UFC PR guy, comes up to me. Dave, not right now. I don't talk to the enemy. All right? I mean, you're a ghost from yesteryear in my life, wearing that Sixers gear. Could you believe that?
Tell me this.
Yeah.
Tell me this, right? I wasn't able to stay up. I had to get some sleep. But I looked at the scoreline this morning, and I always ask you the same thing. I haven't asked you yet. When it's that much of an ass whooping, like,
Love
are you
it.
kind of in the fourth quarter going like,
No.
ah,
You know what's so great about it? They put in the benchers. Kolek comes in. Diawara comes in. Hukporti comes in. Love that. Pacom Dadier comes in. You get to see the youngsters doing their thing. Everyone's going crazy. I was right next to the Sixers bench. They're talking smack to Kolek. He's in the corner. Smack, smack, smack. Three in their face. He points at them. I see the reaction. I don't get to see that on TV. The
what type of
everyman
smack?
doesn't get
Give
to
us
see
some
that.
quotes. Give us some
Hey,
quotes.
you know, this is some stuff I can't say on air. It's that bad.
Really?
I'm looking
Really?
at the coaches complaining about the ref. It was amazing.
What did he say? You're a bitch. Did he say that to him?
Stuff like that. They're like, this guy,
What?
white boy. That's what they were saying.
Wow, you white bitch.
Then
He
I'm
was saying
going.
that?
Then I'm going to get a biscotti, dipping it into the.
H on that was so hard. The white.
I'm
He
dipping
hit
it into the
white-
espresso like this. We're dipping it in. Fallon, stay over there. We're having a chat.
Biscotti-
All right?
Oh, you're
Courtside is
shooing
nuts.
away, Jimmy.
I don't
Fallon.
wanna talk
You're
to you guys right
Jimmy,
now.
Get the fuck out of here.
This is grown men business here, all right? Me and the mayor, AB.
I thought you were talking about the real mayor. I was about to say.
No. Me and the actual mayor, the people's mayor of New York City.
Here, he used to play for James Harden. Used to play for the 76ers, didn't he? I ain't
Yeah.
saying that.
He did, yeah.
No, none of them said anything.
What's with
know
you
what
and
I'm saying?
James Harden? Where is this coming from?
It's just a thing. I
Happened,
like it.
and it's a thing now. Yeah, so
Like,
let's go, James.
The beard versus the stash.
oh my God, what a matchup! I tried to lock eyes with Josh Harden.
Yeah, I've
like,
won as many championships as him. You know what I mean?
that's a good. You know
That's
what?
the thing with me and
That's
James
rough.
Harden.
That's astute. That's astute right there. I tried to lock eyes with Josh and say like, you know, what happened to the Chelsea Blues? You know,
Oh fuck!
it didn't feel appropriate in that moment. You know, Forrest smacked Chelsea, right? You know that.
Oh, yeah.
It was a great
Pretty
day
much.
for me. Forrest smacking Chelsea at the bridge, as they say, and then the Knicks winning. I mean, did you see the collision between Morgan Gibbs White and
His face
the other
is
line?
fucked up, man.
Did you see it? Did you guys see it?
sure?
Yeah. Did you guys see that? Look at this. Did you guys see
Looks
this?
like Harry Potter, man.
This doesn't tell the story. Look at the aftermath. This is like Marvin Eastman. Look at that.
He's off the Hogwarts. Look at that.
That's insane.
Gryffindor.
Is he going to be able to play on Thursday? How many
I don't know,
stitches
man.
is
They're
that?
fresh stitches, man.
That nose. He's going to have to wear one of those masks.
You know they have to. Yeah, you can put the mask on. I suppose you need to play him. He's fucking brilliant.
You know who also is brilliant? Our owner, Mr. Marinakis. Did you see him in the game? Did you see him in the game?
Is that a real picture of him in the game?
What? This one?
Is that real? Is that real?
I think
Please
so.
tell me.
Sorry. What is this?
This is the owner of Nottingham Forest, the Greek god himself.
Yeah.
Mr.
The owner's
Marinac.
there for sure.
Is this
Everybody
real?
sees the owner. Everybody is.
Is this real? This is all over the internet.
Real or
It
fake?
looks real. It looks
Like some
real.
AI shit. Like,
Who's to say? You'd have to really touch it to know. But
Wait, what was that, PT? What did you
Touch
say?
what? Touch what?
like some AI shit. Like, I don't.
Okay, go back to the picture for a second. I just saw something. Look how it
what
says.
did you see?
man?
I'm
Did you?
curious.
It's the +5.
What did you see?
Yeah, yes.
57 minutes.
It says 57 minutes at a +5. You go through all that
Bullshit.
trouble and you don't even clean that part up? I just noticed that.
Wait, so where did this
That's
image
the
come
fake
from?
thing.
Oh, it's everywhere on the internet.
What's it-
So,
the
yeah,
name?
my mates are superimposing their faces on it.
Marinakis.
You know, it's all going.
He's he's the greatest owner in the history of the Premier League. People get so mad when I say this. No, he readied the ship.
I
Four
saw
gaffers.
you on X there.
Yeah.
I saw you.
You
And I
ready
could
to
imagine
shit.
him going.
Did you see him? Did you see him parting the Red Sea after the game?
Yeah.
Like a freak.
Wait,
Guys,
where's the other people?
Do you know what? I'm waiting. You better pray. Do you remember he did that with Morgan Gibbs White last summer where everyone thought he was going to Spurs?
Yeah.
And then Gibbs White signs again and he does the press conference. But it's
Elliot
not
Anderson.
just Gibbs White. It wasn't just him at the press conference, wasn't it? Who else was there, Ariel? Who was standing beside him saying, guess who did this? Guess who made this happen? That's right. Same lad getting a massage there.
Oh.
He had to put himself all up in the video.
oh,
dancing.
dancing.
You know what I mean?
Nah, did you guys look at this? Look at this. This is him parting the Red Sea after the match. Look at this. Look at this guy. You don't see an owner do this. He's parting the Red Sea here. He's getting a massage in the middle of the game, walking through the crowd. Look at this, being draped. That's my owner right there. Anyone who says that
Wait,
we
so
don't,
is the image fake or not fake?
I honestly don't know.
That's all he wants.
Come on.
It can't be
image-
real if it
is
says
the
oh,
image
the
real or
extra
not?
foot.
I can't find it. I'm finding it everywhere. I can't tell if it's.
Oh, you are finding it though. I didn't make that up.
No. It's everywhere.
No,
I
yeah.
just
You were
can't-
not the one who
Ariel
created this
made the
AI
image.
image. Somebody else did do it, but it was not you.
He did it with his voice
Is it
note,
AI?
and now he's doing it with his pictures of
Yeah.
the manager. It's been him the
Listen.
whole time.
For me, it's real because he's that damn good of
Still
an
real
owner.
Wait,
to
so
me,
was the
damn it.
owner in the stands or not in the stands? Is that the debate here?
Yeah, that's exactly what we're debating. No, I think we have visual proof of him walking through the crowd like the boss that he is. We also have visual proof, guys. We were talking yesterday about the Freedom 250 gear. PT, we've already ordered it. It's going to get there in time, probably by June 6th or so. We got you, well, first we got you the basketball jersey because we thought that you would like this.
Oh, yeah. Because my arms, yeah, obviously.
Because we know you like a nice basketball. No t-shirt under that, all right?
No, I might nip slip though out the side of it. You know what I mean? That's the only thing I'd be worried about.
And then in honor of the World Cup, we thought that this would be good at the pub.
Oh, yeah. They'd love that down the local. They'd fucking love that. They'd be saying, Pizzy, when you sign for the UFC Freedom 250 size. It's a huge thing.
Do they expect anyone to buy these things? Like, why do they even put their energy in?
You know, Chuck got me the Zuffa Boxing 1 t-shirt. that
No,
says
he didn't.
I was there.
No, he
It says on
didn't.
the back of it.
He got
did,
you
yeah,
that? You have it in your possession?
I have it. I wore it on the Cracker ones. Thanks for watching. But you only get like the Zuffa Boxing at the front.
I'm a
but
pod
I
guy,
was
by the
there.
way. Yeah. Oh my God, that's can we see that? Is it up there in
Don't
the
we go
gap?
get it?
I mean,
I'm trying to find it. Very quick.
nah, we'll do it later. Just send us a picture, all right?
Tomorrow, I'll wear it tomorrow. All right?
That is actually an amazing. That is a Chuck Mindenhall shirt.
Well, it's brilliant
Like the
because it
irony
says
of it.
I was there
Yes.
and I wasn't there. You know, so I was like, "Oh my God, you were there," and I'm like, "Nah, we make it for me." And they're like, "All right,
You think that's the brilliant part?
yeah."
Not the Zuffa Boxing one. Who's the main event? Since you own it, you probably know.
Callum Walsh.
Oh, was it? Yeah, it was Callum Walsh. That was when he looked like Roy Jones.
That's the very one. He always looks like fucking Roy Jones. What are you talking about?
What happened in the Luis Palomino fight?
Third round TKO. wasn't it?
Third round. Anyway, I was wondering, I saw this on social media. I was wondering if it was Pizzi, if this was the scene that Pizzi was going through yesterday morning as he was getting ready for the show. This is Carlos Praches, I think, sort of coming down from the high of his win in Perth. No, not this one. Let's go to the other one. Yeah. Is this the scene that Pizzi was in? This one right here.
That is exactly what I was.
This is you? Do you wash it down with another?
I'm usually crying though, as well as drinking.
Have you ever done that?
Showered.
Shower beer?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
In my life, I've never.
Rick said he's never done it either.
You gotta try it at least
impossible to
once.
believe.
Never.
Shower beer is one of the most beautiful things in the world.
Especially like you're getting ready to go to a show or whatever. You just pop a beer.
Why can't
Yeah,
it
you're going
wait?
out on the piss.
Why can't it wait till you're out of the shower?
Why does
Yeah.
it need to
so
wait?
refreshing.
Because I'm a fucking alcoholic.
But then the water gets
How else
into
do you
the
stop
can.
shakes?
Ah, man, you're drinking it fast enough. The water
Stop
doesn't
the
get in.
shakes.
Sometimes you've already started drinking, and then you're like, "Oh shit, I got to shower, so let me
Yeah.
just keep
I
drinking."
know
this.
Jordan. I know Jordan has had. I
I feel like you guys might have drinking problems if I'm
You know
being
what? The
honest.
problem is
be
you're
it.
I
not
think you have a
drinking
problem
enough.
that you're not drinking.
Yeah, probably.
Is this
That's
something
not a way
that
to
you
put it.
typically do before the action begins? Like,
Yeah, as you're like pre-gaming, getting ready to go out, music's blaring, everyone's getting ready to roll, and you just pop a beer in the shower.
I thought that Carlos was doing this to come down.
No,
like-
he's probably
hair of the
getting
dog.
going for the next
Yeah.
day. Yeah, it's probably hair of the dog to get started for the next day.
Oh
Shout
my
out, man.
dear. I feel
Wait
like
a
you.
scene. You ever
Go ahead.
wake
Go
up
ahead.
with a half-drank beer beside the bed? That's
Rough.
an intro.
You
Yeah.
You
couldn't
kill it?
Stop for the night. You were like, I'm gonna lay
You
down.
wake
for a
up in the
little
middle of the
Yeah, like-
night and drink it?
That's what you must have been thinking to leave it there. You know what I mean?
bit.
You
Keep
brought it to-
coming back.
No soldier left behind for Pete.
Yeah.
No, he's like, well, I gotta go to bed. I just brushed my teeth. Let me crack open another one in case I get thirsty in the middle of the night.
Did you get the sweats
Ever-
the other night, Pete, like you did when I was in Ireland?
Yeah, I did. I woke up that bad, man.
Elaine had to open up all the windows.
She left the room. She was like the fucking smell, the farts, the snoring. just
Gosh. Jeez
Fart in
Louise.
front of Elaine.
The oven?
I mean, I was in control of my body at that point. You know what I mean? I was asleep.
Well, in case you were wondering, I don't know which came first. Maybe that was the beginning. This is Carlos Praches celebrating his victory. We saw Jack Della.
Yeah, I've made that face.
Oh my! What's he got there? What is that? A Jägermeister?
He
What
slammed
is
a
that?
shot into him there. He slammed the shot in before he even.
What's that called when you do that? When you
Jaeger bomb, is it?
Oh, a Jaeger bomb. That's right. Look at this guy, just living life.
But he's on the Jack Daniels, so God knows what type of concoction.
Oh,
he's
straight
on.
from the bottle, huh?
Dude, when you're rolling around with a handle in your hand, things are getting out of control.
From the bottle.
If the drink is just a fifth of Jack Daniels in your hand, it's getting out of control.
Look at this guy. Oh my gosh.
Kind of more,
What's this?
I have no idea what that
Looks
is.
like a Mad Dog 40, if I'm not lying.
What's a Mad Dog 40?
MD 40, it's like a flavored malt liquor drink. Real cheap shit.
It's like
you get at a
OE
gas
from
station.
back in the day.
I don't know about
Remember that
OE.
Menace Society? Give me some of that OE. That's what I would
Or was it
do.
Mad
Mad
Dog
Dog?
20?
Yeah, Mad Dog 2020.
Mad Dog 20, yeah, shout out. It's like pink or blue or green. It's horrendous.
Are you talking like oldie, like the 40?
Yeah.
Old English?
Yeah.
Oh,
OE.
yeah, shout out.
Oh, is that what you were talking about? Who was
That's
just
what I was
Pizza
talking
was
about.
talking about.
someone? I just saw an interview where someone was talking about Old English. Oh, it was Gina. Gina was saying that like back in her seriously partying days, her and her now husband used to just drink that, and that's like a sign that you're like kind of hardcore if you're
Cool.
just thinking
Really
that.
cool.
Yeah.
Tape into your
Not
hands.
not
I was
cool.
gonna say, Pete, you ever done Edward 40 hands where you duct tape them?
Pull your pants down.
I
so
want to
in case
know.
you have to go to the
Next
bathroom.
time, Vegas.
I would do it.
Vegas?
I would do it with you in Vegas. I used to do it every year for the NFL draft.
Jesus, Connor.
How about we do it during the show? How would you feel about that, Ariel? If we're doing it, if we were doing a show,
Maybe on like a watch party or a post show or
Even that. I'm not doing Edward 40 hands on camera.
who's gonna
So
light my
again, with
cigs,
the
though?
drinking problem thing that I was
Yeah.
talking about.
It's the judgment that drives us to drink.
No judgment here, boys. You know what I mean?
Talking
You can
about
do
old
whatever you want.
Jackman here.
We do have other breaking news, guys.
Okay.
It was just announced some 90 or so minutes ago. The trailer for the highly anticipated UFC 6 video game has dropped. And are there Easter eggs here? Are there signs of things to come? Is there a little foreshadowing? I think we could watch it together. Let us sit back, relax, and enjoy this as one. Here it is, EA Sports. It's in the game. Oh, that looks like, that looks like Max Holloway. And that looks like Conor McGregor. Weird. Why would they have them fighting each other? That fight makes no sense, Chael said. Oh,
Maybe it's a flashback from 2014.
it looks like a flashback. They were certainly wearing those shorts back then. A little Superman punch here, a little 1-2 there, a little knockdown there, a little knockout there. What do you make of that?
How they do Connor like that? That's not very nice, is it?
Oh, who's that? Ooh, Ken Shamrock. Was that Nate Diaz before? Is that for
Shamrock and Shimoyev.
Yo, Sean and Pyotr Yan. This is nice. Who's this? Ooh, Ilya. Da-da. Who's he fighting? George St. Pierre. Oh, it's just it's a match.
Paddy.
Hattie, like that. Was that Wonder
Ian
Boy?
Gary. That's Ian Gary and Wonder Boy.
Yeah. Oh, Wonder
Oh,
Boy
shit.
knocked the F out. Here's Amanda Nunes. against, is that Ronda? No, Kayla. Oh, big slam. Yo, it's not bad. Who's that in the
Yo, look at this. This must be like the career mode.
John in DC.
Shout out. Oh, shit, you're in casinos?
Oh, my God.
300. That did not look like UFC 300.
Yeah, I don't remember
Ah, it
that.
did, man. What are you
The
talking
walkouts.
about?
Ilya versus Max. Big Bruce. Is
Go
Joe
for it.
Martinez in there?
He better be.
Oh. Wait. Oh.
Uh.
Ilya Max. No, that's not Ilya Max. Sorry, that's Justin Max.
Yeah.
Okay, Alex Pereira against
Cyril
Gane. See, these aren't just random matchups. There's either future matchups, talked about matchups.
I wonder if you're going to be able to fight on the White House lawn.
Ooh. Oh, that'd be fun. That'd be fun.
Better be able to.
This is a long trailer, by the way.
shit.
What do we have here? What, I saw Patty.
Damn, they
Who's
did
that?
Armin dirty.
Oh, see,
That was
yeah,
Armin?
Armin got starched by Ilya.
Oh.
Khabib and GSP kissing.
Yeah, what's this? Yeah, this is a long trailer, by the way. Mark Goddard
Matt Goddard.
This is
pointing down. Fight your fight. If it's in the
Did that James
game.
Harden?
Oh, wait. Chuck Liddell versus? Was that Randy Couture?
Vitor Belfort?
Wow.
I don't know, but that looks sick.
That does look sick.
Might have to get a new generation.
How accurate?
Bringing the
How
PS5
accurate is
up
it though?
to the,
Like I feel like sometimes they show you those cool trailers and the game doesn't
That
actually.
shit said actual gameplay at the start of it.
Did it?
Yeah.
Can we do a tournament, GC, if we all get it? Like, we'll
That'd
do a
be so
Twitch
fun.
tournament?
I want to get like freakishly good at it, where people are like,
Yeah,
"Damn,
they
he's kind of a loser. He plays that too much."
When's it out?
End of June?
Is it supposed to be the best one? What are the reviews?
Can't say. It's not out yet.
They don't give it to people like media guys.
They also usually
take
put them
it.
under like a.
Oh, embargo.
Exactly.
All right, but what do you guys think?
I'm in.
Nah, McGregor
Okay.
Holloway there at the beginning of the thing. Is that by like coincidence or is that?
No, Chael said it's not happening, so I think it's just a
I think he said like no chance. Like he laughed it off.
So there you go. He's an insider, mate.
Yeah. I've never actually played a UFC game. Maybe I played the first one when it came out. And
I was obsessed with UFC 3.
Who was your go-to?
That's the one I was top 10 in the world with, mate.
Like my
Top 10 in the
career,
world.
I did the career mode. I was a middleweight. Michael Bisping was my biggest rival.
But who are you?
Me.
Oh, you made yourself.
Yeah. You build yourself and then you
Ah.
become champ and all that. Yeah, me and Bisping fought like 4 times. I beat his ass every time.
You had a 4-fight rivalry and beat him 4-0?
You just like keep playing and like they just have to kind of cycle through the contenders.
Gets very repetitive.
Yeah, it does. It gets kind of old, but it's fun.
But how do you beat it? Like, what's the end? I would think it's when you win the
retire
belt.
Actually,
from
is
brain
no
damage.
end. You kind of just get tired of it and you can retire.
Is it your brain is no longer functioning, mate. You got to retire. That's what
CTE.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's very real.
It's good times, man. You should. Your kids
Get it
have
for
a
the
PS5
kids?
or whatever.
They've played the Undisputed game, the boxing
Yeah,
one.
showed up.
They liked it for a couple of days, but they're more into
I'm a
2K.
Fight Night champion back in the day. That was the best
yeah.
boxing game ever.
Oh, EA Sports.
You fight in the prison. You go to the prison and you're bare knuckle boxing in prison and shit. Then you come back out.
I actually beat that recently.
You did?
So good.
Hey,
Yeah, how'd you play it? I'd fucking love to play that again. How'd you play
You
that?
could get it on the Xbox One in the
Xbox, I don't have
in the store.
Like the old game.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like digital download.
That's like with Oscar De La Hoya and those guys, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Oscar.
I wonder why
We
EA
used to just
stopped
have
doing
a
a
thing.
boxing game.
It's
Sales.
a licensing issue. I think most like fighters wouldn't sign up to it. That's why there was such a big gap.
Yep.
And then they did the UFC deal, so they put the resources into the UFC game over the boxing game.
Ah.
So we used to have a tournament where it was just the same. You just picked either Pacquiao or De La Hoya, and all night lads just beating the piss out.
Oh, you and all
It
your
was absolutely
boys?
Fantastic. Yeah, it was so good, man.
How do you know so much about the history of the Fight Night video game, PT?
Because I played every single one of them. I love them.
Shout.
I'd love a Fight Night video game. That's why I got in Dispute and I was like, do you know what? This is wank.
Wait,
You didn't like it? I thought it was pretty good.
I thought it was arse.
Mike Tyson's Punch Out. That's where
Like
it was.
that's my jam right there. There was that guy who was like don't Yes.
Do you remember we did that show in Vegas where the Undisputed guys were there? I was over absolutely kissing their arses.
Yeah.
Oh, very excited about the game.
This is it.
Yeah, I can't wait to play it. It's gonna be. I'm on that show.
Yeah.
Want to give me a copy of it? You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah,
And they're
yeah,
like, Oh yeah. Walked off.
Nothing.
Shite game.
Didn't give us anything either. Thought we'd get a
It's gone very
sponsorship.
different for them. Could have went very different for them if they had given us the old free pass.
At least a code, right?
Just the fucking code is all I want, mate.
What a guy, that Pete. All right, well, that's coming out in June, and perhaps it will coincide with an announcement that may be on the horizon. We shall see. We shall see. I am looking forward to that, and looking forward to all your reviews. If they'd like to be a part of our program, we could play it for them. Maybe we could do the review.
Code.
I would pay good money for a Pete playing the video game and then giving us a full breakdown, a full review of the gameplay.
I'll start a Twitch account.
Does it have to be on Twitch? Why do you keep saying Twitch?
That's what all the kids do, though.
Yeah, I know. I guess you could do it on YouTube too, no? Maybe. Anyway, well, that is exciting. So perhaps more info on that. Speaking of boxing, the full card for the Rico Verhoeven versus Alexander Usyk card has been announced. Glory in Giza. This is rapidly approaching, by the way. Can I be honest? Looking at this card right now, I cannot read a single thing on this card. The text is so small. I think
Hamza Shiraz is fighting.
I see Hamza Shiraz, yeah.
Begic.
Adderall's
fighting.
I mean, the text, the font is getting smaller and smaller. The poster is super cool. I dig it. Are they really going to do this at the pyramids over there?
I'm going to be in London for that, so enjoy.
Oh yeah, you got a big weekend that weekend, huh? That's Memorial Day weekend right there. It's going to be interesting. I'm curious what they're going to... In the span of less than a month, we're going to have a boxing event at the pyramids and a UFC event at the White House. How crazy is that? In the span of less than a month. I do want to also let you know, shout out to our guy Drake Riggs, great article on uncrowned.com right now about the state of things in One Championship. What's happening with One Championship inside the promotion's uneasy MMA decline. Look at that first line right there, that lead sentence, if you will. MMA has drifted into uneasy territory inside One Championship, and its roster has felt the consequences. That was posted yesterday. It's up right now over on uncrowned.com. Highly recommended. Great work from Drake Riggs. Great work from everyone over on the site, and it is worth your time. A lot of people have asked us about the state of things over at One Championship, particularly when it comes to mixed martial arts. Remember a few years ago, they went heavy with the free agents, the DJs, Rich Franklin gets involved, the Sage Northcutts, the Eddie Alvarez's, and over time it has sort of dissipated. So a great look at what is going on with One Championship. Do we have our first guest or not quite yet? Okay, let us go to our first guest of the day. He has a massive, massive fight this weekend, Newark, New Jersey, Prudential Center, co-main event, UFC 322. First time ever, two fighters born in the 2000s are fighting for a UFC title, and he will attempt to become the first Japanese-born champion in UFC history. He is your friend and mine, the great Tatsuro Taira, kind enough to join us on this Tuesday afternoon in the midst of all his media duties. Hello, Tatsuro. How are you, my friend?
Hey, I'm happy, thank you.
Nice to see you, and we are happy to see you as well.
Here.
I like your hat. That's Corey Sandhagen's gym, right?
Yes, let's go.
You were training there?
My favorite hat.
It's your favorite hat?
Yes. Yes.
I like the logo. You were training there for this fight, right?
Yes.
Will Corey Sandhagen be in your corner on Saturday?
No. She's in Colorado.
Okay.
Maybe, yeah.
Hey, Tatsuro, your English is getting better.
Oh, thank you so much. I learning English hard.
You have a tutor, a teacher?
Yeah, I have a teacher.
Okay. Is that your brother by your side?
Yeah, I'm his brother, and I translate.
Okay.
When he speaks Japanese, but he wants to. He tries to speak English as much as he can.
I love it. Well done to you. You're getting better. How does it feel? Fight week is here. You're in New Jersey. You're days away from finally fighting for a UFC title. How are you feeling ahead of Saturday?
Yes. Yeah, I feel really great. So all my previous fights were in Las Vegas. This is my first time in New Jersey. So I can't wait.
First time in New Jersey. What do you think about it?
So, so very different against Colorado.
Yes.
なんだろう。like a more city.
More city, yes. Maybe not as pretty. Maybe not as pretty as Colorado where you are.
なんて
Mountain.
Yeah, Colorado have a very mountain, a lot of mountains, nature. Yeah, that's so different.
So you were preparing for this title fight, and it was supposed to happen in early April, and then Joshua Van had to pull out. So you're preparing now, and all of a sudden you have to kind of pull back, and it gets pushed a month. How difficult was that for you? Was that frustrating?
Yeah. I worried about. I worried. So. なんだろう。試合がなくなることを恐れたみたいな。I worried if I can't fight for title shot. I worried if I can't for the title shot. So. But they gave me the chance for the chance, so I can prepare more. So yeah, I prepared for everything this fight.
You were worried that they would give the title shot to someone else after he got hurt?
他の人にタイトルショットもあると思って心配したなって。そうだね。Yeah, yes.
But luckily they didn't, and you only had to wait an extra month. And as I said, there's a lot of history at stake here. How important is the fact that you could become the first Japanese-born UFC champion? How important is that distinction for you, that title, that achievement?
Yeah, this is my dream, and also Japanese fans' dream. So I have to bring the UFC belt to Japan for me and for Japanese fan.
Do you remember the last time a Japanese fighter fought for the UFC title? I think it was Kyoji Horiguchi about 11 years ago. Do you remember watching that fight?
Yeah, that was tough fight, 5-round match. So every Japanese fighters didn't get a win.
Yes.
Gonna be the first one. Yeah, I'm gonna be first one.
And I don't want to forget about Kaya Sakura. That he was the last one. My old head remembers Kyoji Asakura about a year and some change ago, year and a half or so ago. But yes, the point being, no one has ever won from Japan, so this would be a huge deal. And we're anticipating, how Joshua Van's going to look in his first title defense as well. And he has made some comments this week that came up that people were getting kind of riled up about, saying that it wasn't a fluke, it wasn't an accident what happened to Pantoja. He sort of caused the injury. for Pantoja. What do you think? Do you think that he caused the injury, or do you think it was just a fluke accident and the fight ended in that weird way? What do you think?
パントリ怪我して終わったけど、それはたまたまラッキーだったのか、それともジョシュアバンが、怪我をさせたっていうふうに見ていますか？It's like some lucky situation. So I'm sorry for Pantoja's injury. So we have to prove who's the real champion this time.
You have a 5-inch reach advantage against Joshua Van, and you're longer than him. Do you feel like that will come into play in your favor on Saturday?
例えば5フィートぐらい腕が長い、リーチが長いっていうアドバンテージがあるけど、それは試合に影響すると思いますか？そうですね、自分のリーチは自分の武器だと思ってるし、それを生かして、ジョシュアバンの距離にしないっていうことをしたいと思ってます。My longer reach is a big advantage in this game, so I will just control our distance game.
Yes, I'm looking forward to that. I also loved seeing you at the World Baseball Classic. You got to be there. Was that exciting for you to be celebrated and go through this? I love baseball too. Did you enjoy this? Yeah, very, very enjoyed. Did you throw out the first pitch?
Yeah, I didn't yet. But I want throw the pitch one day.
Yes, that would be amazing. What we saw over there, was that in America or was that at the Tokyo Dome?
Yeah, I wanna throw in the Tokyo Dome.
Wow.
And I like Giants.
Yes.
Do you know?
The Tokyo Giants.
Tokyo Giants, yes.
Legendary team. I was watching the Tokyo Dome on Saturday, Naoya Inoue against Junto Nakatani. Did you watch the fight?
Yes, I watched it.
Did you like it? Did you like the fight? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Just a bit bad connection.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you like the fight?
めちゃくちゃすごいいい試合で、本当無敗同士で、日本の格闘技ファン全員が注目してたし、僕も、アメリカ時間、コロラドで早起きして、見てました。刺激もらったし、次は俺の番だって、本当心を燃やす試合でした。Yeah, it was the battles between undefeated fighters, and all Japanese fans are very excited to watch the fight. But yeah, in American time, I woke up very early time to watch this fight, and after watching that fight, I'm very inspired, and I think next it's my turn.
Yes.
To get the belt.
Who are you rooting for, Inoue or Nakatani?
Inoue.
You like him?
Yeah, I love him.
Have you ever met him?
Yes. I've seen him. A few times in his gym. So 特別なコンタクトはないけど挨拶程度に会ったことがあります。Yeah, I saw him for a few times when I went to his gym, but not very special conversation.
Okay.
Just greeting. Just greeting.
I loved his entrance with the violins. Did you see that with the violin? It was amazing entrance.
まあとっても攻撃的な姿勢から試合が始まったけど、それはどうだったって。そうですね。やっぱりなんかそのチャンピオンとしてのプライドとか、やっぱなんかそういう飲み込むようなものが、感じました。最初から。I liked how he started the fight as well, and like he was showing the pride of a champion. 戦いを楽しんでる感じがすごい好き。I like how he enjoyed fighting.
Amazing. I like that too. It's very fun to watch. It's very nice to watch. I'm wondering, I know you want to go through the fight and focus on the fight, but if all goes well for you, who do you think the first title defense would be against? Would it be against Pantoja? Would you like it to be against Horiguchi, Manel Kape? Who, in your mind, who would it be against?
Yeah, I want to fight Pantoja next.
Because he was the former champion?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And then maybe after Horiguchi?
Yes, let's go.
Yes. You and Joshua, it seems like there's a lot of respect. In the main event, a lot of trash talk, a lot of bad blood. Khamzat Chimaev and Sean Strickland. What do you think of all the stuff happening between them?
まあどう思ってるかと、まあトラッシュトークね、メインでした。そう、まあ、そのトラッシュトーク、そうっすね。まあ本当になんか憎しみあってそうだから、まあちょっと危ない雰囲気が感じてますね。はい。I think it's a bit dangerous because they really hate each other.
Yes. But you and Joshua, just respect, right?
Yeah. I hope so.
Yes, it seems that way. Before I let you go, can I ask you, how do you feel like the fight is going to play out? Because you're so good at keeping people on the ground and dominating on the ground, and obviously your striking is great as well, but Josh is very hard to keep on the ground. And so where do you feel like this fight is going to be played out, and how do you expect it to end?
グラウンドの展開なのか、ストライキングの展開なのか、で、どういう風に試合が終わるのか教えてって。Yeah, I want to bring the ground game, but he has a good takedown defense. But I always looking for the finish every round. I don't miss small openings.
And you are fully expecting to win. Do you think you'll get the finish, or do you think it's going to go 25 minutes?
まあ3ラウンド以内に、within 4 rounds. Within 3 rounds, I hope submission, but I don't know how to finish.
And then, if you win that, you will be the happiest that you've ever been. Very happy.
Yeah, very happy. Super happy.
Super, I love that. Well, good luck to you, Tatsuro. Thank you so much. We appreciate you coming on and can't wait to see the fight. Arigato. Thank you so much and good luck.
ありがとうございます。 Thank you so much.
Thank you. There he is, Tatsuro Taira and his brother helping us out. And yes, as far as control time is concerned, we have these stats here. Number 1 all time is Paddy Holohan, but he only had 5 UFC bouts. Number 2 is Tatsuro Taira, 52.8% of the fight time. That's across 9 fights as opposed to the 5 that Paddy had, is spent controlling his opponent on the mat. Muhammad Makayev, by the way, 51.8%. Tatsuro Taira, number 1 in the flyweight division for top position, specifically spending 47% of his bout time in top position. Joshua Van, though, is the complete opposite. Striker likes to keep the fight on its feet. 81% takedown defense. Tatsuro alluded to that. Notoriously very, very difficult to keep down. Van spends just 3% of his time with his back on the mat. So it will be a sort of battle of who can keep the fight where they want it to be contested. Van on the feet, we presume. Tatsuro on the ground. But Tatsuro does have that 5-inch reach advantage.
It didn't hit me till just this second.
Yes.
And maybe I'm an idiot and people feel like I knew this all along. Isn't this just a mirror of the main event as well?
Oh, a much smaller version.
Isn't it just
kind of
Hamza wants to grapple?
Yes.
And he's got control for days, and Sean doesn't want to grapple and is a high volume striker like Josh Van. I guess I never really put 2 and 2 together, but they're like we're gonna see. These are very classic MMA striker versus grappler, or at least what we think, right? Like obviously sometimes these fights develop and it changes into something different, but these are pretty much straightforward as you get striker versus grappler fights.
Reach advantage for Strickland a lot less, just 1 inch. But yes, as far as the actual styles and where the specific fighters want the fight to be played out, 100%. And it's just amazing that co-main event is like super, and this happens from time to time, super, super respectful. And very few fights are ever going to match whatever it is transpiring between Sean Strickland and Hamza.
You don't think Tyra's got a few animal bestiality claims in him? You don't think he's got that? You don't think he's going to throw that out there?
No. Maybe he surprises us at the,
at the press conference.
At the press conference.
What a nice, humble guy he just appears to be. You know,
he's absolutely lovely. And so he's born in the year 2000. Van born in the year 2001.
Crazy.
So this will be the very first time that so 2000ers
could he? Where would he be in terms of the youngest champions ever if he gets it done?
He'd be 26.
Yeah, but what was Van? Van was what? How old was Van when he became champion?
Joshua Van
23?
Yeah, I think he was just so he's 24, but he's born in October. So he won the belt in December.
So he was 24 then?
So he was 24. So he wouldn't be younger than him. And I think Tatsuro has turned 26. Yes, he did in January.
Oh, he's a January.
So maybe
they were only a year apart in terms of 2000 and 2001, but he's such a long. Yeah, he's at the tail end. Got it. Okay.
Would probably be in the top.
You'd be
5
3, 4.
or 10.
Yeah, you'd be somewhere in there. Pretty crazy.
People born in the 2000s, are they Gen Z?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So who's Gen X?
Like
me?
70s and early 80s.
And who's Gen Y?
Millennials.
Oh.
X is 65 to 80.
Okay, I'm not X, Frank. You were quick to jump on the X.
Change it.
All right, X.
You're 82.
Take it easy.
So what am I? Y? I'm Y?
Y is like
you're
80 to 2000.
Wait. Oh, so I am Y.
Yeah.
Gen Z.
Better known as millennial.
Okay.
It's varying here. This is saying like 97 to 2012. So it's that overlap. Like the Y is kind of fluid.
So your kids are like actually closer to Gen Alpha.
And then Gen Alpha.
Is Gen Alpha the next one?
2010 to like now, yeah.
Gen Alpha.
I'm going to be Gen Beta.
That's awful.
Tough.
They're running out of
Gen
like,
Alpha's awful. I feel like Gen Alpha's the best one.
No.
I'm saying
Gen Beta.
Oh yeah, I mean
Gen Beta.
Yeah, but there was a time where you
I was a proud
proudly
beta
represented
male.
for the
Sure. But does a whole population want to be known as beta? I'm not.
Probably not. Probably not.
Could you imagine if Andrew Tate had a kid today? So his son would
Getting
be
close to Gen Beta.
Yeah, that would be incredible irony. That'd be fantastic. Who's the favorite in that fight, by the way?
Tatsuro Taira.
Wow.
Yeah, like -160.
Whoa. What do you think of that?
Interesting. The path is there, obviously, for him.
Yeah.
But
No
I mean,
respect for the
if he
champ.
can't get takedowns, it could get rough.
I saw some people who were upset that the Alvarez Amasov fight wasn't on the main card.
Sick fight.
Yeah, I mean
Sick
that's a
fight.
Sick fight.
But it's all on one platform, right? I saw like a thing about this. Like, how is this fight on the main?
The card order shit is just unbelievable.
It was kind of silly before. It's really silly now.
so dumb.
It's all on the same platform. Are they doing the CBS thing for this one? I didn't see that.
That's a good question.
No, Jordan says no.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
Also, this is a
I gotta say, it's
fantastic
nice to
main
have
card.
the authority on.
It's a fantastic main card, but
Paramount.
it literally doesn't matter. If anything, if you love that fight, it's just happening earlier in the night.
Yeah, but the bout order does matter. You want it to
For what?
You want it to,
What does it matter for?
You want it
Tell
to
me.
crescendo. You want better fights into the night. To
Nah,
say it's
you can't-
completely useless. All right, let's put fucking Islam versus Ian Gary third on the night.
No,
and let's
no, put
finish
it
with
first.
fucking
I'm
Waldo
out.
Cortez
Oh,
Acosta
God.
versus Shamil Gatsiev.
No,
like
but
the bout
first
order
three
does
fights,
matter.
I'm out.
Is there a difference between the 8th fight and the 5th fight?
No, I agree with you here, but like it does matter a
Of
little.
course,
bit.
the main, co-main.
It doesn't.
But then once you get
Stop
to like,
with this, Rick. Yes, it,
doesn't.
does. You have to
doesn't.
end with the best
You don't.
fight.
I agree.
You literally don't.
No,
Get the fuck out of here, Rick.
First fight of the night was
It's
Islam
the
versus
shittiest
Ian.
take you've ever had.
If Islam versus Ian was the first fight of the night, I don't think I could be happier. I'd be so fucking happy.
You know what? For our jobs, it would be pretty good.
Oh,
It would be
I'd
fantastic, but what would the point be?
In pro wrestling, sometimes, like look at WrestleMania Night 2. Brock Lesnar Obafemi was first fight or first match of Night 2.
You used to have to crescendo because you had to pay for it.
Yeah,
There was a reason to do it. There is literally no reason anymore.
Yes, the reason is because you want the night to get better as you go along. What would be the point of having the curtain jerker last?
No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't want to, but you could. There's nothing stopping them.
Of course you could. It would just be nonsensical to me.
I
I'd love
feel
to get
like the top 3 matter. The rest is like whatever. 8th, 6th, 7th, 5th.
I do agree with you. Also, like Joel Alvarez and Amasov, yeah, we love them. They're incredible fighters, but like name value, a Jeremy Stevens versus King Green is the main card opener. There's more name value there.
I agree. I'm upset Atiba Gauthier isn't on the main card.
Yeah, we're all upset. Everybody's not in the right place. Who gives a fuck?
Jim Miller's on there. Great to see him back.
Jim Miller, massive underdog.
Massive underdog against Jared Gordon. I feel like we haven't seen Jared Gordon in a minute. When's the last time we saw Jared Gordon?
Shout out the Flash.
September. And his family, it's come out that his son had a cancer battle, which I do believe he has beaten, which is incredible news. The last time we saw Jim Miller was almost exactly a year ago, a little over a year ago in Miami when he fought Chase Hooper. But there's some nice names scattered throughout this one. Basangur Susurkayev, who's obviously closely linked to Khamzat. He's on the undercard. Second fight from the bottom. William Gomi is on there as well. People excited about him. 15-3 featherweight. Grant Dawson. It starts to really get interesting around the time of that Alvarez fight. Alvarez, Gauthier. I mean, Alvarez is the 7th fight. It's not like he's the curtain jerker, for goodness sakes. When's the last time we saw Alvarez fight? I feel like it's been a minute too. October.
Yeah, and correct me if I'm wrong, is this the 170 debut?
This is at 170. Is it the debut?
Because, I mean, he's a mammoth of a man.
No, last one was at 170. Vicente
Yeah,
Luque.
Vicente.
That was the first one.
It's going to be a great fight.
Yes.
It's going to be a great card.
It's a good card. It's a great day for fighting this Saturday, May 9th. Saturday night, you've got UFC 328. Saturday during the day, over at the beautiful, relatively new Co-op Live Arena in Manchester, England, it's a domestic dust-up, a tremendous all-British heavyweight title fight for the WBO heavyweight belt. It's the relatively new champ, Fabio Wardley, defending his title against Daniel Dubois. Earlier today, they had the press conference, they had the face-off, the fight rapidly approaching, just 4 days away, and the great Daniel Dubois, kind enough to join us right here and now to talk about that title fight. We appreciate his time very much. Hello, Daniel. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for joining us. I really appreciate it. How was the press conference earlier today? Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, we just done all my media obligations. Got that out of the way.
You hate that stuff, right?
Yeah, I really do. It's just annoying, but yeah, it's got to be done. Yeah.
What do you find annoying about it?
I mean, I'm here to fight. I don't want to talk. I don't really want to talk too much. You know, trying to explain myself. I want to get in the ring and show what I can do.
I get that, and certainly appreciate that, and I think a lot of fans like that about you. So, like, even something like this, do you dread it? You're like, can we get this over with? I'd rather be at the dentist, you know?
Just, it's a formality, but yeah, if I could duck it, I would. But yeah, let's get it on.
Yeah, I do appreciate that. Is it one of those things where you have to battle internally because, you know, the prize fighting business does, you know, you do need a little bit of showman in you, right? You do need to sell, but you also have to fight and produce there. So you have to kind of balance that.
Yeah, I mean, people are going to be tuning into this fight regardless. You know, this is a proper matchup. You know, two fighters for the world title. It doesn't get any bigger than this in boxing. So, it's a big show.
As it pertains to the media, I do feel like you've warmed up to it a little bit over the years. Am I wrong about that?
No, well, you get used to it after a while, having a camera in your face. Yeah.
And obviously, you and Fabio, you know each other, and I'll ask you about that in a moment. But what was the energy read from him earlier today at the face-off?
We didn't do the face-off thing.
Well, the stare down.
It was more of that. Just, I'm not reading too much from it. Focused on when I get in the ring and punch him in the face. I'm not, reading too much into any of that.
I think he extended a fist bump, and you wanted none of that.
Why is he talking about?
What's that?
Yo, sorry. That was months ago. What you're talking about? I didn't do a face-off today.
No, I meant wasn't that from earlier today?
No, that's from months ago.
That's from months ago. Wow. Okay, yeah. My apologies. You did the open workout today.
No, not even. Just some interviews.
Oh, I saw you on the bus. You almost got hit by the branch there. That happened today, right?
Yeah, that happened. Yeah.
That was good head movement there.
No, yeah.
That would have been a disaster. I apologize. I thought that was earlier today because I thought you were doing the media earlier today.
Yeah. Got that tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you, the history between you and Fabio as far as the training is concerned, do you think that any of that can be applied to this fight? Like, do you feel like you know who he is, or do you think that he has improved so much that he is a different fighter?
Listen, I'm going in to win regardless. If I know him, whatever. Yeah, whatever that's my mentality. To go and win regardless.
But there is a confidence that comes with knowing someone and being in the ring and sharing rounds with them, no?
Yeah, there's that familiarity. I need to deal with him where it really matters, under the bright lights.
What do you think of his last performance against Joseph?
He did the business, didn't he? He beat him. He got the W, and now we're here.
I thought it was a great performance, but I thought the stoppage was a little premature. Do you agree or disagree?
Yeah, he's been always coming back from the dead.
Yeah.
And that's what he did that time, I guess.
Like the Justice Hooney fight was really coming back from the dead.
Yeah, big time. He was Yeah, anyway, I know what I got to do to shut him down.
Can you give us some insight into that?
Not really. What do you want me to say?
I don't know.
So you want to tune in on Saturday and you'll see, man.
I appreciate that.
Tune in on Saturday, brother. You know what it is.
I feel you. I feel you. I
Been
feel
in
you.
this game a long time, man.
I know. I know.
Fucking shit.
I get you. But let me ask.
What's up, Ariel? What's up, Ariel? I remember you, man.
Yeah, you remember me. Hey, I had your back.
Yeah.
Remember when everyone was calling you out? I had your back.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
All right. All right.
When they were all calling you out, I was like, this is bullshit when people are questioning your heart and your desire.
Said all that?
Yeah.
You said that?
I said that. To you, face to face in Cleveland. Remember when you fought on the Jake Paul card?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Remember that one? That was your big American debut.
Was that the debut? Yeah. Yeah.
What do you mean? What are you talking about? Was it not?
Yeah, it was.
It was.
Yeah.
I feel like you're just about business right now.
Yeah, I kind of am. Yeah. Yeah.
Did you watch? Can I ask? Did you watch Tyson's last fight?
Fury? Yeah.
What'd you think?
I didn't actually. I didn't.
Why not?
I didn't watch it. I don't know. I just didn't watch it.
You couldn't be bothered.
It was a good Nah.
You're too focused.
Yeah.
Why do they call you Oliver Twist?
Who said that?
I don't know. That's what I read.
What? No. Leave it for now. Let me see what he's talking about. What are you talking about?
Because I read that your trainer, like he says that you don't stop, and you just want to keep going. You just want to keep going. You don't stop. They tell you to stop training.
What's that have to do with Oliver Twist, though?
I didn't get that either. That's why I'm asking the question.
That's a strange comparison. I don't know.
You've never heard that?
No.
Okay.
You look like Oliver Twist.
I do?
I'm joking, man. I'm fucking with you.
That's fine. My son's name's Oliver. I love that name.
Yeah.
We haven't seen you in a bit. Are we going to see a different Daniel, would you say?
Again, tune in on Saturday and you'll see. I'm focused. I'm done all the work in training. I want it as bad as I can. Now it's time to get through the business.
Could I ask about the training with Don Charles? You were with him, you weren't with him, now you're back with him. What happened there?
I don't want to talk about that. I'm just with him now, and that's it. He's my trainer for this fight.
Everything's good?
Yeah, man.
Other than winning the WBO title, what does this fight get you? Where does this put you in the division?
Puts me at the top of the tree, I guess. Heavyweight champion. This doesn't get any bigger than this.
Do you think it gets you another crack at Usyk?
It gets me a crack at whoever we want next.
You get to call the shots. You're the man. No?
Yeah, man.
I mean,
Yeah,
if you're the champ, you get to call the shots,
Yeah,
no?
dude. Yeah, that's it.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, man.
Maybe AJ too. I was there. It was an unbelievable scene at Wembley when you beat him.
I know. You were one of the AJ fans, though, weren't you?
What are you talking? I feel like you don't like me very much, Daniel. That's my feeling.
Really?
I feel like you don't like me. Yeah.
Why you say that, man?
I'm one of the. Well, I feel like you don't like me. It's a vibe here that I'm getting.
It's not.
It's not.
I'm in just fight mode, man.
I was watching you against Joe Joyce, and I said it's bullshit the way they're treating you, the British public, the British media, the way they're talking about you. I had your back. I was taking bullets for you here.
That's bullshit. I don't even know why you're bringing that up.
I'm trying to tell you that's why I was one of your supporters. I was on the front lines on your behalf.
Yeah. Well, thanks. Thank you, man.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you for the thanks. Okay, well, I think you want to go.
Yeah, that's it.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Can you give me? No.
Yo,
yes.
Nah.
Oh, you want to stay?
What are you trying to say, man? This is getting awkward right now. Let's
I can't tell.
Pull this shit off.
Okay, I think he's out. Bye, guys. What the hell was that? That was one of the all-time weirdest interviews of my career.
He didn't want to talk. I feel like is.
Do you think he didn't want to talk?
Yeah,
I don't think he
one
likes
could
to
think
talk,
that.
period.
One could think that.
Do you think it was a personal thing?
No.
No.
No, that's the
That's
crazy
how he
part.
operates.
Yeah. I mean, I've interviewed him before. Actually, we did a sit down face to face, and it was.
I feel like that environment is different.
Yeah.
It's a lot. You can actually connect with somebody, and like I just think he was
Probably done a lot of interviews today.
I think we got off on the wrong foot when I thought the face-off was today, and it was a few months ago.
Is that it?
Do you think that was?
No.
You don't think that was it?
I don't think that's it, man.
I mean, that one could have been easily squashed. Like, actually, that was a few months ago, but I didn't quite pick up what he was putting down.
Can we talk about the juxtaposition between how much he likes to speak and his
Caroline?
sister on the
Yeah.
microphone?
Yeah.
Two different worlds.
It is two different worlds. My interviews with Caroline have been lovely.
She's great.
She's incredible on the mic.
So you don't think it's personal?
No.
I'm feeling a little sad about that because I have defended Daniel Dubois.
And you still can.
I know.
Just because he didn't.
No, because I think he doesn't believe me when I say that.
I don't think he cares. Is more my feeling. I don't know if it's that he doesn't believe you. I don't think he cares that you did or didn't.
Why?
It's like, oh, you did. All right, cool. Thanks.
He doesn't seem like a guy that gets into all that. I don't think he really cares about the media and playing stuff up. I think it's just he's in fight mode.
Yeah. Do you know why I asked about the Oliver Twist thing? I didn't, I didn't pull that out of my back pocket. If you go in Google News, which we like to do to see what people are writing about, there's an article written by The Sun, and I know a lot of people don't like The Sun, but the headline is, Inside Daniel Dubois Camp for Fabio Wardley from drawing comparisons to Oliver Twist to hitting ancient 30-stone heavy bag. Daniel Dubois has earned the nickname Oliver Twist in his training camp because he is always hungry for more. Dubois challenges Fabio Wardley's WBO heavyweight world title on Saturday in Manchester, and he's prepared for battle in the Hertfordshire countryside at Don Charles's Pug Farm Gym, where Sunsport was invited for an inside look. So it wasn't like they were like, paparazzi.
Listen, man, everybody knows he's Oliver Twist.
Head trainer Don Charles tells the 6'5" powerhouse that it is time to wrap up. When he tells him it's time to wrap up, Dubois insists on even more sets of tiring sit-ups. Charles said, quote, "That's his type of character. It's refreshing. A guy that wants to do more. I always say to him, what's your name? Oliver Twist? The boy that asked for more? More? He always asked for more, which is really a breath of fresh air." Do you think he took that as an insult?
I have a feeling he's never seen that article before and didn't know what the fuck you were talking about.
But this is his actual head trainer calling him Oliver Twist.
I
What
get
did he
it.
say? Did he say you looked like Oliver Twist or something?
He said I look like Oliver Twist. What does Oliver Twist look like?
I was just going to say, what does Oliver Twist even look like?
Let's see. Oliver Twist.
He's just a poor beggar boy.
Oh, yeah, he's a little chap.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. He doesn't look like me or Daniel Dubois.
No, it's just a nickname, man.
He's
Everybody calls him Oliver Twist.
I love how Daniel's like, what's that got to do with Oliver Twist?
You
tried your best to connect, and
I don't know
he
if I
just did not.
I didn't try
for
anything.
full transparency, it felt like at the very end there, he was like, when you were like, you done with this? And he was like, yeah. And then like he goes to get up. I am almost positive his team was like, no, dude, sit the fuck back down and do the interview. And then he was just like,
Nah.
yeah, no, I want to be here. I want to be here. And
I
then he
think
was
his team was egging him on. Because there was one moment where he was talking to someone off, and then the guy gave me the thumbs up at the end. Like,
Well, when he was talking to somebody off, he was confirming that the face-off was from.
Yeah, no. He said when I asked about the Oliver Twist, he he looked off. He said, no. I want to see where he's going with this. I think someone took offense to that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, as I said, I don't think anybody other than this writer has known about this Oliver Twist thing at all.
Hey, man, go fuck yourself.
I'm telling you, man.
Also, where was he?
He was like in a hotel,
yeah.
coffee shop or something.
Someone shattered a glass at the beginning of the interview.
Yeah.
It was tough.
That was tough.
Was textbook.
Tough.
It's tough.
It's tough.
I don't know. Like in that moment, I wasn't sure. We haven't been faced with a lot of those.
Yeah, it's been a minute. There's some names that come to mind, but it's been a minute.
You started out the interview. You said you don't like doing this media stuff, and he's like, "Yeah, you're right. I fucking hate it."
Actually,
so it's like it can only be so good.
The longest part of the interview was about him not liking to do the media.
That was his best answer.
That was the most insightful part. What's the chat say about this? Chat, what do you guys have to say?
I don't think you want to look at the chat.
Was it a 10-8
50-50.
for Daniel?
I don't think it's good, bad, whatever. They have some jokes. They got some memes. They got some things to get off.
They've got some ridiculous.
Oliver Twist reference. What the fuck is Oliver Twist?
Legit. Is Oliver Twist an English thing?
Wait, are you for real right now? You
I don't know anything about Oliver Twist, bro.
You've seen that, like, police are gonna have some more.
Oh boy.
What
if Daniel gets announced as Oliver Twist?
Daniel, do you want to go? Yeah. Are you sure? Yeah.
and then bro, he got halfway up, and then it looked like they made him sit back down, and then he was like, "Nah, fuck this, I'm out."
Oh my God. Is there?
Don't read the chat.
The chat is actually hilarious.
Yeah, don't read the chat.
There were a couple comments in the chat that had me legit crying.
Oh my God. Is there an Oliver Twist song? If he comes out, could you imagine
if he just comes
if he
out,
walked out
in an outfit? In the
Hard Knock
ratty
Life
clothes.
Daniel
the
do Twist.
Americans need to read some more books. This is sad. Is the book entitled Oliver Twist? I actually don't.
There's a movie. There's a movie as well.
I'm unfamiliar.
Wow.
There's a musical
Yeah.
called Oliver.
Yeah.
Read this in middle school.
Never heard of any of this shit.
All right, so Oliver Twist actually was published in 1838.
Yeah, it's
written
a
by, I
legendary.
don't know if you guys have ever
Isn't
heard
it
of him,
Dickens?
Charles Dickens.
Yeah.
I have heard of
Christ.
Charles Dickens. Shout out.
Holy smokes. This has been a tough day. I'm not going to lie. Oh, gosh. What the hell?
How about that Oliver Twist?
I said to Rick, I was kind of pumped. I was like, man, first time Daniel Dubois on the show. He's like, he hasn't been on the show? No, he's never been on the show.
I must have had him confused with somebody else.
My Lord.
Well, we can now say we've had Daniel Dubois on the show.
You think
That's
last
one of the
time?
shortest. Yeah, I have a feeling.
Why? So
thinking
wait,
that.
that would suggest he doesn't like me.
I don't think the experience was great for him, if that makes sense. I don't know if it's a personal against you.
Was it great for all of us?
I wonder. I wonder if Daniel's going to do any more interviews, or if he's just going to let the trainers do it. And
Do you think I ruined it for everyone?
No.
oh no,
No, I imagine we'll see multiple interviews that come out on YouTube today that are
Better?
something
Worse?
like that. Yeah.
Just
Breakout?
as bad? Breakout? I don't know. This one, 100%.
yeah, the awkward.
Worst interview of all time. I used to say that Stipe Miocic
Stipe is the gold standard.
in Winnipeg before the Roy Nelson fight, UFC 160, I think it was, is my worst interview. I think this just took the cake, if only because I made a factual error timing-wise. I mean, we could have said, like, there was a way to get around that in a sort of, way, like, hey, that was actually a couple months ago, but I'll tell you how the face-off went. But, I said earlier today, he did dodge those branches. I thought was impressive, and he did confirm that was earlier today. You guys saw that, right?
I did, yeah. You say dodge, like there was fair warning for it.
I mean, he's
Someone
literally
taps him on the shoulder and they're like, "Yo, bro, you're about to get
You think
knocked
he
in
liked
the
the
head."
joke where you're like, love the head movement?
Look, you see?
Yeah,
that?
look.
Look. Someone tells him to duck.
No, come on, man. That could have been a disaster.
Replay it.
Look, he was
Replay
proud
it.
of himself.
Replay the clip here.
He was proud of himself.
Watch the hand come in
See,
from
let's
the
see,
right
let's see.
side. Yo, man, get
what's
down,
up?
get down, get down.
Look at that.
That actually could have been a
Like some
disaster. though.
AI shit. Like, I don't.
Losing the fight because Daniel Dubois got hit by a tree would have been the worst.
Yeah, I fucked up, bro. Yeah,
fucking
man.
thing ever.
Oh my dear.
Fabio, you can't fight tonight.
Imagine
Why
someone-
not? Daniel Dubois got hit by a fucking tree.
Imagine someone telling Frank Warren that.
We had him on a bus and he got hit by a tree.
There's something that I actually find very sweet about Daniel Dubois. Like, I genuinely really enjoy the guy. That fight against AJ, being ringside for that, was insane.
I mean, that was a hell of a.
Yeah, he's
put a beat down.
He's
on
an animal.
AJ, yeah.
He is a beast.
Yeah.
I just don't think the media is for him.
What's this? Uh-oh. Frank just put something.
What's
Dubois storms out of interview?
4 hours ago.
What happened? Someone could have told me about this earlier.
I just found it.
Uh-oh.
Oh, this is old though, no?
Oh, is this old too?
We should have played it for him.
Are you excited? Yeah. You love it? The destruction? No, this is from 2 hours ago.
Oh wow.
Can we play it?
Yeah.
We've got some time.
We're efforting. Yeah, Rick. About halfway through the interview, I was standing up. Rick goes, might as well just sit back down. We're about to have to talk for 20 minutes.
It is funny because
It was exactly 20 minutes, too.
I'm trying to think what I could have done better.
No, there was
Dude,
that wasn't your.
The subject of the interview was a difficult task.
He didn't want to talk. It didn't matter if you asked him what he had for breakfast. It didn't ask him if you asked him about the most thing he's excited about most in the world.
I was throwing a couple tidbits in the Slack. Oh, his brother just won. And then
I appreciate
by the time
that.
it even got uploaded,
I appreciate that.
He was out.
Yeah. Well, I do wish him the best. It is going to be a great fight. I'm looking forward to it. And it goes down on Saturday.
Don't blink.
No. I think it will last a little bit, but I think both guys hit very hard. There appears to be they're doing like media today for UFC 328, huh? Like I see Sean Strickland holding court in front of a bunch of microphones and stuff.
Wait, this feels early, no? Media day?
Yeah, usually on
tomorrow.
I put one in there, but like usually on the Tuesday they'll have they'll do like the little sit downs with the broadcast partners and whatnot. But there's a video here of him.
I guess he's not sitting on the dais though. He's just at like a pre-thing.
But you think he's going to do it? See, this tells me that they don't actually mind. If they're going to give him even more stuff to do, they don't actually mind because he's standing there.
Oh yeah, this is for Paramount. So yeah, this is just
no.
media day.
I mean, I put in here like there's what's that thing called where all the microphones go into like the little thing and
the dais.
No, not the dais.
You're talking about where the microphone
like when a mayor, and there's all the microphones in the thing.
Yeah, just a stand with the mics.
Yeah. He's doing that. They don't usually do that on the Tuesday.
Oh yeah, I see that. I missed that. I only saw the Paramount one.
Anyway, if we have any of that stuff, I'd be happy to play it.
What is
We're
this?
efforting.
Okay, all right.
Circle back,
Which one, Jordan? Okay.
I'd love to see a Sean Strickland, Daniel Dubois press conference.
Can we run back the Daniel Dubois interview and just sort of relive it all over again? Maybe that would be... Well, I do want to remind you all that Friday at City Winery will be live at 8 o'clock.
Joined by Daniel Dubois.
Daniel Dubois will actually be doing a sit-down reading of Oliver Twist starting at 8:30.
We good?
Could you imagine?
GC's like, what is this?
Oh.
Heard of this shit.
Charlie who?
Can we talk to Don Charles? Anyone have his phone number? Because I'd like to ask him.
Don Charles Dickens?
What's that? Oh, we do have the Sean Strickland sound. Okay, here we go. Here's Sean Strickland literally minutes ago.
How this started, I will give you factually how this started. There's a guy named John out of Colorado, really nice kid, came very young in I think he's on the Contenders now. But we wrestled, and I may have got the better of him wrestling. I took a picture with him. Really nice kid, by the way. Really nice kid. He's going to do very well in the UFC. And I made a joke, and I said, oh, I thought you'd wrestle better for a Chechen. And it was a joke because he's a friend. Anyways, Chimaev, we had this like group chat. Chimaev sent me a message and said, pretty much called me a piece of shit. Told me he's going to kill me, some crazy shit. So I told Chimaev to simply go yourself. And I said, Chimaev, I will meet you at this location at 5 p.m. The next thing he says is, oh, it was a misunderstanding. And from that moment, I just knew you're a coward. Like, from that moment, I knew you have lack of dignity. You're just not a man, dude.
Okay. So there's the genesis. Makes sense, sort of, kind of. Who knows? Anyway, I just want to see these guys fight at this point, right? Let's get it on. But he is holding court. I wonder if Khamzat's going to be holding court as well. Oh dear. Who is to check?
Who's to check?
Who's to check, Mr. Bob? Do we have? So what do the do the check marks suggest we have them or still efforting?
Just that we're working on them.
They've been grabbed. We're trying to drop them.
Okay, I'm just wondering. I actually really want to watch that Dubois Storms Out of interview one because I want to feel better about myself. Could we grab that one too? I do see here an interview with Max Holloway and Paramount, and he is asked about the rumors of the Conor McGregor fight at International Fight Week, and he says, "We don't have nothing signed. Training camp looks like a regular training camp without a contract." Not exactly a denial now, is it? What do you guys think?
No confirmation, no denial. Kind of playing it smart, you know?
No confirmation, no denial sort of feels like a confirmation.
You fair?
You right? No? What's that? There's a song from Oliver Twist. I know there's a song from Oliver Twist. It's like...
Please, sir, can I have some more?
Is that it?
That's the... Yeah.
No, that's the line. He's on the porridge line, and he just wants more, but it's not a song.
Oh, that's Oliver Twist. Please more. Please,
Yeah.
sir, could I have another?
Food,
whatever?
glorious food. Consider yourself as long as he needs me. Where's love? No?
What is
that?
love?
What was that, Frank?
I was trying to give you a beat.
Oh, I thought you were telling me not to do it.
No.
Oh.
What tells you to not do something?
You look like Oliver Twist was a great
That
line.
was nice.
I wasn't trying to say he looks like Oliver Twist, but I still like it.
Super chat where they're saying Dubois is screaming right now to his team. An orphan. He called me a freaking begging orphan.
Let's read some of those super chats. Do we have any pertaining to that interview?
I could just read them. We won't show them on the screen.
That's fine.
That was hilarious. Daniel Twist. Are we going to get Ilians? We already saw that. That was diabolical. Won't lie to you. Is Dubois the most
Dubois
the most tough interview ever?
Yeah, Stipe's pretty tough, but the problem is with Stipe, I feel like Stipe kind of likes me. I didn't feel like Daniel really liked me.
And you
He
can
told
always
you
go
he
like
was-
Browns, Cavs, and get him back on side, you know, with Stipe.
Yeah. Anyway, we have that Max Holloway sound that I was just referring to. Here it is.
Cormier said that he talked to you and that you've already started training, hopefully, that we get this Conor McGregor fight across the finish line.
I mean, it's just, it sucks, right? Because, you know, it's, of course, you don't have nothing signed or whatever. So training camp, it looks like a regular training camp without a contract. You know, we kind of know where we want to fight, what we want to fight. So, you know, it's just getting in the gym, getting there, getting it done.
Why is Conor McGregor the fight that is most exciting to you right now?
I mean, we have history. We have history. We fought a very long time ago. I told you guys, man, if somebody got one over me, I want to get him back. I'd love to get him back. And with him having all this talk of coming back and everybody talking about how serious he actually looks like he's training and taking it and really wanted to come back to fight. It's exciting, you know what I mean? He looks hungry. He looks super hungry.
Well, I hate to, upset the naysayers, but that sounds like a guy who's about to fight Conor McGregor, does it not?
Definitely does.
Yeah, so I don't know what he was talking about yesterday.
What's up with Paramount Social Team?
I'm going to spike the football. What do you mean? The cut there? What was that?
It's a little slop.
Yeah,
What is this? Also, yesterday, I mean, they posted a 140p video from that show that Dustin and
Oh,
did
yeah,
that?
that was tough.
I didn't see
Who's
that.
Joe?
We got to do a little bit better
We
here.
gotta do better.
Paramount. You're
You're
the partners.
We got the Dubois Storm out here.
Okay.
Oh.
But I do think Rick's point is well taken. I mean, this is the guy who launched ESPN MMA.
You would never see this.
Lest we forget.
See that there.
I mean, there were literally 0 followers when he took over. 0 posts as well.
We built this industry pre all these
First post
aggregators.
ever in ESPN MMA.
It was
history.
Conor McGregor just like strutting down a hallway.
Just saying that we're here.
Yeah.
It was
Fucking
it was
hell.
probably January of 2019.
It was December.
Oh,
We
right
had
before.
Secured the accounts and
Yes.
did a little teaser.
I remember there was a debate. Were we going to go with ESPN UFC or ESPN MMA? I always really respected that they went with MMA. Look at the difference. Look at the difference, right? Look at the difference.
Yeah.
Anyway, here's hopefully a video that is going to make me feel much better about what transpired some 20 minutes ago.
Are you excited?
Yeah, I'm ready to fight.
Yeah. You love it. You love the destruction, the power,
Yeah,
the blood.
yeah,
It makes you smile.
yeah. Well, it's what my job is, so that's what I do.
What's your favorite thing about boxing?
Winning, overcoming your obstacles, everything about it.
Yeah. And what's your least favorite thing?
I can't say. It's Is this do I need to do this interview? What's
You can
going
if
on?
you want.
Yeah, let's cancel it.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. What's the next one? Yeah. Do I need this thing?
I'm not.
You're taking a fucking.
Why?
Oh man.
Oh boy.
Could someone have told me? I mean, like, it would have been nice to have seen that 30 minutes ago.
I literally started looking to see what.
Would it
his
have
other
made
video
you
looks
feel
like.
any better?
Yes, I would have said, you know what, Daniel, I see you're not in the best of moods today. I'm going to try to make you feel better.
And done what?
And we start playing Oliver Twist music.
Yeah, I was gonna say a live rendition of Oliver Twist.
No.
Look at me, I'm Oliver Twist, not you.
The truth is, I really respect the fact that Daniel just doesn't care about any of this stuff. He wears his feelings on his sleeve, and I'm not trying to make him feel worse. I do appreciate that he took some time out. It is the fight business. It is the prize fighting business. You do have to do it. But if he doesn't want to do it, he doesn't want to do it. Ultimately, that's his prerogative. I wish I just didn't get that timing wrong. I saw that one tweet. I blame the people at IFL. They posted that, and we were going quickly right before the show. And I'm like, they had the face-off. Let's throw this up. Reading is fundamental. Now, I did throw it in.
Reading is hard.
We do have our next guest. I'm very excited. This man is not going to storm out of this interview. I can almost guarantee that. So I feel he's like a warm blanket right now in my life. I feel much better about the state of things. He's the one and only Luke Rockhold, former UFC and Strikeforce middleweight champion. What a sight for sore eyes. Luke, I just had someone storm out of my interview, so I feel like this is going to go considerably better than that interview.
How'd you pull that off, Ariel?
I don't think he was in a good mood to begin with. I don't think it was me. I think it was more like just him not feeling into the interview.
I missed it, so hopefully we can do better.
You didn't miss much. How are you, Luke?
I'm great. Everything's going great, Hamzat's finally out of camp, and now I have my freedom to stay away from all these Chechens and Russians. They've been kicking my ass for the last few weeks.
How's your body feeling after that?
It feels good. It feels good now. I have I get in and you wrestle with these guys, and I'm not as young as I used to be, so everything adds up. I get 1-2 days of training, and then the rest of the week I have to take off and rehab.
Wow. By the way, what about that flex behind you? The Strikeforce belt, the UFC belt. I mean, that is something right there.
Yeah, I earned a few belts, so it's a good way to put it. They can come on, they can come off.
Yes. How many UFC belts do you have? You only get the one, right?
I only get the one, but I got.
What about the Strikeforce belts? They give you one every time?
I got a few.
I didn't know if they were doing that at the end there, giving you the new ones.
Well, I had the first belt with I believe the wings.
Oh yes.
They converted to this belt too, so I get a couple.
Can you explain this whole thing? We were trying to figure it out in Southern California, the Santos Studio crew. Is this a new team now? You, Hamzat, Armin, we got Bear leading the charge there. What brought you all together, and what is the state of this group?
Well, Santo kind of started. The Jackson podcast and the Jackson brand. We had our thing. We had a gym, and then Bear had this idea to start Santo Studio and brought in like myself and Sheckler and a few different pieces, and then we just kind of grew into something special. So everyone started collaborating together and bringing something. So, what we have here is it's pretty unique, And now Hamzat, Armin, and such a cast and crew. The type that we're not going to host like everyday training, but I think we can specialize in training camps and bring in a lot of people and have a focused setting for people that want to excel. You know what I mean? It's a special time when everyone comes together. It's what Hamzat was able to bring. And you got guys like Anzar and Yusuf, these two 55-pounders that are honestly the next world champions in their categories, and so much other talent that's growing around it. It reminds me of like the old AK days.
How did you end up there?
I've been here, I've been down south for a long time, and I've been friends with Bear, and he's kind of building this thing and join the team and be the team captain and bring everybody together.
Okay, so you are officially the team captain.
Well, I bring not just fighting, but every realm. I skate and I like to have fun and bring. It's just you have motocross world champions, you have skateboarding world champions, you have fighting world champions. We have so many people, and so every day is just it's exciting to go to work and bring everybody together, and everyone feeds off each other.
How did Hamzat end there?
Don't ask me how Bear gets through to everybody. Star baseball players, star football players. He has a unique ability to bring people together. So with that, and then the cast and crew we have, everyone wants to be around it. Newport's it's a pretty nice place to be. There's not a lot of bums like LA. It's clean, it's safe, and it's it's a good place to grow and to train.
So obviously you've been in there, aka with some of the greatest fighters of all time, some of the toughest, strongest fighters, from the Khabibs of the world to the DCs of the world to the Canes of the world. How would you compare what you're seeing out of Hamzat in this training camp as of late to what you've experienced throughout the course of your 10, 15-year career?
He's special. He hits very hard. He's so unique and obviously in his realm, so he's going to stick to what he does best. But if he can relax, and I think last time out there's a lot of pressure on him to win. So I think this time you'll see a lot more free Hamzat, and hopefully we can he gets those takedowns, and if he loses a few takedowns he can show his stand up, because he's very dangerous on the feet. It's just a matter of putting it all together and relaxing through the process. I think that's the biggest key. If he loses some takedowns, loses Sean to get up from some takedowns, and he's got to relax. If he relaxes amongst that process, he's going to get no more takedowns, and he's going to be effective on the feet. He just can't rush it.
Do you think he was bothered by some of the criticisms of that performance? Not because he wasn't dominant, but people said it wasn't exciting, entertaining. Do you think that annoyed him?
I don't think so. I think the pressure was on from some Chechen ruler and then the people behind him. There's a lot of pressure to go back, and who knows what it'd be like if he didn't bring that title back home. So he is the champion now, and I think he's got a chance to go out there and do his thing.
We've talked a lot about the build-up to this fight, the things that Sean has said about him. It feels like it's borderlining on, very personal, uncomfortable trash talk. I've seen some comments from Hamzat responding, and he's very even keel. He sort of laughs it off or dismisses it. Is any of this stuff bothering him? Is it feeling personal? How is he receiving this stuff? What can you tell us?
He's he wears it well. Sean is not a real threat in the world of what he's dealt with and who he deals with. So I think his it sounds like we might have Kadyrov in his corner. So I don't think he's I think he's pretty safe within his mindset, and we'll see how it goes. This fight week's going to be interesting. We'll see how the interactions go, but I think Sean was saying he's going to bring a gun. I'm not sure if you can bring a gun out there in New Jersey, but they better check it.
By the way, when you say in his corner, Kadyrov, do you mean like physically in his corner or just like backing him?
I don't know. I've seen some random rumors.
Oh, wow. That would be wild.
It'll be interesting. Sure.
Yeah. What about, the stuff that Sean is saying? I've heard some comments from you about Sean. You don't seem to be a big fan of his. How do you feel about the things that he's been saying about your friend?
I haven't followed everything he said. That's not who I try to follow. But Sean is truly a piece of shit, and everyone has an opinion. But you get down, and I didn't even know who Sean was when he first rolled in to our training camp. He showed up on our doorstep, and he was just a loud idiot, and he was trying to beat up kids that were helping him and trying to knock him out consistently after he already hurt him. And he's just not. He's not one of those guys you want to. I like to be around. And many people. He's just not a good person.
Did you ever witness him and Hamzat training together?
I never did. No,
okay.
I never witnessed that.
So when did he come and train with you or in your vicinity?
That was back in like the Ruka days. Okay. We were just training through COVID, and he just showed up one day, and I was like, this kid was just a loudmouth idiot, and he started beating up some of the guys and hurt some of the guys, and you know, you knew you hurt a guy, and then you try to like, okay, you're on our turf, and then you okay, let's finish the round. The guy's hurt, and you're gonna like, okay, work the body, try to work around it. No, Sean went straight for the kill, tried to head kick the guy and knock him out again and again. Like he just has no regard for human beings, you know, and especially, you know, on somebody else's turf. So I don't appreciate people like that, and you know, people like that can, you know, who've never never have gotten over their childhood traumas, seemingly who continually voice, you know, it's an obvious portrayal of what that man is and what he's been through.
You were scheduled
what he does face and what he doesn't face.
You were scheduled to fight him in 2021, right?
I was, yeah. I had a herniated disc. I wasn't going to go into that like that. That's seemingly the problem in every event I get to these days in my older age. So a little bit of a back problem in every spectrum along the way. I make it to the dance or I don't.
Does that one annoy you that you couldn't actually fight him?
Man, you know what annoys me? I didn't get to fight in Madison Square Garden. That was 2 injuries. For the 2 times I was supposed to fight there, that was Sean and it was Chris Weidman. So that annoys me the most.
Yeah, that'd be incredible for any fighter. How long did he last with you guys when you were training over there?
He just came in a few times. I know. I guess he came in before some other times, but for me, I think it was just one, you know, couple times.
Do you think he believes the things that he's saying about Khamzat, or is just trying to get under his skin? What do you think? You've been around this game. You kind of can tell when someone believes something and when they don't.
You know, I think there was some understanding of how they work together and how it went. But I think people grow, and I think there's definitely some. You know, I don't think he believes everything he says. I think he tries to believe, and it's going to be a tough fight. I'm not going to say like a lot of the guys think it's going to be easy for Khamzat, but he's got to, you know, relaxation is the key to the game, you know, and he is good on the feet. He's great on the ground. Sean's tricky as hell. He's just weird. He's uncomfortably like I don't like watching Sean fight. I don't think a lot of people do, but he's effective in getting up, and his style somehow works. So, we'll see how it all plays out. But you know, I think there's different levels, and you know, Khamzat comes out there and he performs every time.
Why don't you
say that about Sean?
Yeah, so why don't you like watching him fight? What is it about his style that you don't like?
I mean, do you like watching him fight? I think it's he's an irritating style. He's very boring at times, and it's just I don't know. I just like watching clean strikes and fight styles, and he's an ugly fighter.
It's interesting because I feel like he's Jekyll and Hyde a little bit. Like he'll come out against.
He's just like you just don't. He's just like, you know, you see some of these. I've seen some of these remakes of him, his fight style, his knee up, and everything he does. It's just like I don't know, man. And like he is in false belief of who he is. You know, when he fought Drikas, he quit. When his nose broke, he absolutely quit. I mean, like for a guy like that to talk all that game, and you know, you could see it in his eyes. The moment his nose broke, he backed out of that fight. He found a way out. You know, I broke my nose in the first round versus Paulo Costa, and I continue to go through that one. So I don't like fake people. Sean seems like a fake little bitch.
There does seem to be a little bit of a thought that like if there's one guy at middleweight right now who could potentially maybe pull it off against Khamzat, he's the guy. There's some people who seem to believe that. Do you laugh at this?
No, he's the most dangerous guy at middleweight and light heavyweight. I don't think anyone stops Khamzat at light heavyweight. Even heavyweight, I think his skills are suited. Yeah, Sean's the toughest test for Khamzat for sure.
Wow. Okay, so you do respect what he brings to the table, even though you may not like watching it.
Fucking absolutely. Okay. Yeah, no, he's effective.
What's interesting is sometimes he'll show up and look like the fluffy version of Sean Strickland who looked amazing, and then sometimes you'll get a version where you're like, what happened here? What's going on? What was the game plan? What were you thinking? Like he's very Jekyll and Hyde. Like the game plan against Alex Pereira wasn't great. The Drickus fight wasn't great. Well, both of them. The first one was a little bit closer. The second one was not good at all. But then the Fluffy, the Izzy. So that's the thing. Like you never really know. He does seem very switched on for this fight, though. He seems very, very motivated, and by the looks of his training, he seems like he's taking it very seriously, as he should.
Yeah, I guess so.
Will you be out there?
There's a chance I might be out there. We're talking right now. I got some good business practices, some good people, and so we might take the jet out. We'll see.
Are you no chance you'd be in his corner though, right?
No, I'm not cornering.
Do you ever corner guys?
It's not really my thing, no.
Why?
I like to help out around and about because it's just I don't want to be invested completely in the fight game. I don't, chasing your whole life it's a bit boring. I like to change it up. I like other aspects of life as well.
Okay.
I mean, to be in someone's corner, you got to be in the gym all day, every day, and like it's just, I don't know, man. I don't have that. I like variation of life. I like to go through different stages. There's chasing fighting. It's like your whole life it'll tire you out.
So you don't want to run a fight team like DC is doing now?
Absolutely not. Have you seen? I talk to DC enough. I know how that works. I'm not going to be in a wrestling room in the sweatiness every day. I go through. Like, look what I've done. I've done all these things. They might not like my skills are obviously suited in MMA, but I still like to challenge myself in other realms for better, for worse. It's cool to learn something new. And that's the key to life is change. Ever changing is how you find some balance and happiness within it all. If you stay in the same realm, you lose your mind. Are you still looking to compete in any way, shape, or form? I have no real urge right now. Business is good. I got I'm partnered in Game Day, Santo Studio, Protein Candy. So growing these three businesses the best I can and focusing here. You get locked into training camp and you kind of lose focus on business. So everything is on the right track, and it's nice to be a part of these camps and see like all the talent and get in there a couple days a week, test yourself a bit, and then get back to business. But I like to stay healthy. I like to stay in shape, but actual competition is like I said, I never say no, but it's not it. You'll never say the retired word, but would you say this is the closest you are to like really being done competing in anything? Yeah. If I were to do anything, it would probably be a full, obviously, mixed martial arts. I've tested the realms everywhere, and to finish my career, it would only be that if anything. But I don't have the urge. It is interesting when looking at your record. There's RAF there. There's Misfits, CJI, Karate Combat, BKFC, obviously UFC. Like you kind of tried all these offshoots. Which promotion do you feel like had their shit together? Like which one was doing the best of these sort of newer offshoot type promotions? Which one impressed you the most? That's tough. There's a little bit of problems in all of them. And there's always the growing pains of different companies. But it's impressive to see RAF. What they've done recently, and the paychecks they're mounting. And I don't know how they're doing it, what they're doing, but they put together a pretty good show, and they put together some nice paychecks as well. Does it bother you that some people don't remember the Luke that we remember from Strikeforce, from the UFC days? There was a time where I thought you were the best middleweight in the world, and obviously Father Time undefeated. Does that stuff bother you? No. I mean, I know what I did. And most people know, who really know. There's just a whole wave of kids these days that are pretty sad. It's a sad world these days of everyone's just looking for a viral moment in time, and I'm just trying to live a happy life and balanced, changed, and inspire myself day to day.
How do you feel about the state of MMA? Do you like it? Do you watch it? Do you follow it?
Yeah, no, I watch a bit of it. You know, it's interesting to see. You know, it's just unfortunate. There's certain things that I'm not happy about, and I know you're not happy about. You know, you have the first ever White House card. You have Zuffa going into boxing, paying out $15 million to a guy like Conor Benn, and refusing to pay a guy like John Jones, the greatest American champion in the greatest American event ever. And I think that was an absolute disaster that he couldn't fight on that card. So I think certain things like that, you know what I mean? Like, why there's so much money going into this fight game, so many billion-dollar contracts they're getting, and you can't put together the fights that we really want. You know, I want to see those. I want to see amazing, like the history. You know, and there's a lot of fights that get put together, and a lot of people that don't get signed. But you know what excites me is those legendary fight nights and matchups that get put together.
Yeah, I mean, another guy who's been hanging at the gym, Arman Tsarukyan. He's become huge, and he can't get a title fight.
Yeah, no, I mean, that doesn't make any sense either. I mean, Arman versus Ilya, I think, is the fight that everyone would want to see. The only man that can really test him, I believe. And so, hopefully, you never know that fight comes to be. And what Arman has done, you know, in competition is impressive. He's really putting himself on the map. So he's exciting to be around, to watch and see. And I want to see those fights.
What impresses you about him?
I mean, just the willingness to compete every week in something else, you know, and put on performances. You know, he's done his thing. His social media is another realm of different stuff, but his competition is, you know, you cannot deny what he's been able to do and how he's performing. You know, he seems to show up and execute every time on stage.
Is he a full-time member of the team as well now?
I mean, he's down here a lot. He likes it down here, as we all do, and we're growing something that's pretty cool to be at every day. And you know, and there's more and more talent coming through, and we all feed off each other. So,
does the team have a name?
We don't have a team. You know, we hold camps,
right? And
I think that's the thing is, you know, is what we want to focus on is you know, putting together, like, you know, when the energy is right and everyone feeds in here and you can build something around it, you know, continually trying to build that every day, it kind of deters from I think the goal of what we're doing. But when the fight's right, when the event is right, we bring everything together.
Feels like it's kind of a boxing model, right? Like this is just the place where top guys come to hold their camps, and then they go and do their thing, and then they come back when they have a fight or to help other people out, right? That's a bit more of the boxing model than the team model that we've seen in MMA, aka ATT, TriStar, Jackson Wink, etc.
Yeah. No, there's no downtime in the fight camps, and you know, it's a lot more exciting to be around and to bring people in. You know, the day-to-day training it's pretty tedious, and like I said before, I don't really want to be a part of that, but what we're doing in camps is like the energy and a focus, and there's something at the end of it. You know, there's a light at the end of the tunnel every time, and so there's such focused energy when everyone comes out here. It's much better.
Do you train with Bisping there? Are you hanging with him? Like, are you guys like fully boys now?
Bisping pops in from time to time. I don't see him that much, but you know, I'm cool with Bisping.
There's no animosity whatsoever.
There's always a little jabs here and there. You know, we can't help jab each other, but that's just part of the game. You know, that's life. You know,
it's a wild thing. I mean, there was a time not that long, actually 10 years ago next month is when you guys fought for the second time at 199. Who would have thought not too far away you'd be pals, doing podcasts together, hanging out, training a little bit?
How about this? I've got an idea. How about Bisping? How about you get back on the wrestling mat and me and you go to RAF?
Okay.
RAF rematch.
That would be. You think he would do this?
That would motivate me. I mean, that's all feel. You don't need to see anything, right?
Sure. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know the state of things, but I thought we were past that. You and him. I thought you didn't want to compete against them.
Wrestling is fun. Wrestling is there's no animosity in wrestling. Wrestling is just wrestling.
Okay. Have you actually trained with him? Like, done anything? Is he?
No. I mean, he isn't really. I mean, we just showing some techniques in the cage after a podcast, maybe, but that's about it.
Sure. Okay. So have you expressed this to him that you'd like to wrestle him?
No. I just had he just made me
in
think
the moment.
About it.
All right. There it is.
Yeah.
In the gym, a lot of people think they know or talk about or maybe dream, like, what would it be like to have Khamzat kind of smother you, like have you down, pin you down, the way in which he dominated Adrikis? Can you describe what that's like that strength that he has, that technique that he has? It seems miserable watching it on TV.
Yeah, no, it's debilitating. Him and a lot of the guys, they get up on top and they have this like, it's hard to get up. It's like you feel like you can get up, and then if you get up in the wrong, without adjusting right, you're gonna go for a ride. So it's like it's hard to get up and get out. But that's Dricus. That was Dricus, and Sean's got a little more wrestling background, and I'm sure it's working hard. So we'll see what is out there. But he's pretty vicious on top when he can put it together. So debilitating is not what we're all hoping for. We're hoping for brutality, and let's hope we get that.
Who is his head coach?
His head coach, I mean, he's got a few people. There's got a great cast and crew of people. So that's it's hard to say who's his head coach. I can't put that.
He doesn't have one main guy.
They all work together really well, man. I think he guides himself well, and he's got quite a few people in his corner, and so everyone's got a very good point of view and outlook for him, and they're dialed in. So that's all I know.
Do you train out of the garage like the rest of them as well?
No, that guy scares me. I'm too old for that, man. Going in there and getting killed. That's he's a legendary trainer from what I've seen and everything I hear. But
Sam Calavita.
Yeah. He's truly very scientifically gifted. The guy has a point of view that's unlike any people I've ever heard of. So. What they're doing out there and how they're performing and how he continually has that cardiovascular system. It's working for obviously both those guys. You see there's not a moment where they lack anything at any level along the way of the fight.
I love the idea of the Armins and Khamzats of the world just training out of this garage in a neighborhood, and there's moms picking up their kids or grocery shop, and and these dudes are in the driveway doing crazy cardio activities. It's nuts.
Yeah, and then Sam won't grow out of that space. I know he's been offered many opportunities to get something bigger and more established, but he's just the garage mentality is where it's at. You got to have that beginner's mindset and pull yourself back no matter how good you get in the game. So it's a good mindset where he can control. I guess I can see.
What do you think will happen if they face off this week, Sean and Khamzat?
I think you're going to get more marketing. I think it's just we'll see. I hope there's some interactions. I think it's good. It's good for the sport. It's good for the fight.
Do you think there'll be a brawl? Is that possible?
I don't think Sean's got enough people for a brawl.
So what do you think happens?
I think it's going to be controlled.
Okay.
Khamzat's a professional, man. I'm sure, they know what's on the line, and I think it's going to be relatively okay.
So what do you think? How does it actually play out? What are you feeling?
The fight itself, or the weekend?
No, the fight.
The fight. I don't know. I don't know how Sean's gonna deal with the takedowns. I don't know how quickly the pursuit will come for that. But Hamzat, like I'm telling you, when he puts it together on the feet, he's very, very dangerous, and this guy hits hard, like really, really hard. So if he if he can get the takedowns, lose a couple takedowns, and get back to the stand up here and there, I think he can be very effective. He could get to a good position right away and hurt him. So it's up in the air. I haven't seen these guys interact before, and I know Sean is effective, and I know how good Hamzat is. So I think it comes down to relaxation and mentality, how they enter that cage.
And so for you, training, helping out, offering wisdom, guidance, as you mentioned, you've got some business things. What's Game Day, by the way? You mentioned Game Day. What's that?
Game Day Men's Health. It's a big peptide clinic that hormonal health, sexual health, everything. We kind of monitor everything in every realm, but primarily focus on peptides and many different other things these days.
Okay, peptides. Is that considered a PED?
I don't know, but I'm not.
I know. But like, could a fighter do that or no?
A fighter can't do it, and then there's certain things like obviously within your world. There's this one like obviously you take I don't take testosterone. Testosterone kind of like it overshadows everything, but there's certain things that can enhance your own genetics and what I like and how you play that game. So I mean, like there's inflammation and lack of circulation is obviously the death of all of us. So there's certain things like BPC is the body protective compound. TB500 helps your soft tissue grow. There's certain things that I don't think that should be a problem, but are. So there are regulations in certain realms, and you are limited. But there's other things that really help life.
And Santos Studios at Nordstrom's.
We are in all Nordstroms around the nation.
Look at you.
We're taking over.
Wow, look at you guys. That's big time right there. That's blue chip.
We're blue chipping.
Look at this.
Chip. We got protein candy about to hit every shelf in America as well by the end of the year.
Wow.
I got blue chips everywhere.
Protein candy.
Yeah.
Like gummies or what?
Canada based. Okay. We got the number one new health food product in Canada last year.
Okay.
We got every store in Canada, Whole Foods, Costco, 7-Eleven. We got everything. Everything's rolling out this year. It's gonna be big.
Have you trained with Kane at all since he's been out?
I have not trained with Kane. I haven't been up to the Bay.
Okay.
The Bay is I'm gonna go up there soon, so hopefully I can catch up with him and see what's up.
Okay.
How do you feel? How do you feel about the judge? Can he talk on your show? He won't. Is that real? The judge won't let him talk on Joe or something like that. I heard something like that.
I never.
I never let him tell his story. Like what?
That's wild. Well, that actually explains things because I didn't hear that, but I did ask his agent several times, and he kept saying, he keeps saying, and I don't think he's lying, like, not right now, not right now, not right now. But I didn't know that was, the reason, if it is the reason. That's what you were told?
Yeah, I mean, what other reason would it be? I don't know.
I think there was a documentary in production, so I thought maybe they wanted to save it for that. But yeah, I mean, he should be allowed. Or maybe, was that a part of the deal?
I don't know. You never know these days what is fake and what is real. But I saw it was like a court order or something like that.
Okay. Interesting. Awful situation. Well, this is great. Hopefully you get out to New Jersey and we could see you there. You'd be in the building, right? You'd be there in the front row.
100%. Yeah.
Red carpet treatment.
If we make it out there, I'm not sure if Dana will give me the red carpet treatment, but I'll be there.
Well, you deserve it. You deserve it. Yeah. It's great to see. Great to see you still in the mix with these youngsters. Appreciate you as always. Congrats on all the stuff that you're doing, Luke. Always great to catch up with you, my man. Thank you.
You too.
All right.
See you guys.
There he is, Luke Rockhold, former Strikeforce and UFC middleweight champion, talking about all things Khamzat Chimaev. Tomorrow we'll talk to Johnny Eblin about all things Sean Strickland, as well as other things. So stay tuned for that. For now, though, let's talk to perhaps the star of this past weekend, and what a pleasure it is to have him on the program on this Cinco de Mayo. He has now owned I think, that weekend, and he's hopefully going to own the one coming up in September, Mexican Independence Day weekend. What a performance against Zurdo Ramirez. Now the first man to win a title at 168, 175, and 200. Unbelievable stuff. And he doesn't just win these belts by the skin of his teeth. It is an absolute destruction. He destroys his opponent. And you saw the videos from this past weekend. You saw the fights. I mean, it's mesmerizing. It's breathtaking to watch him do his work. We're talking to El Monstro himself, David Benavidez, who's kind enough to join us right now, the king of the cruiserweight division. Hello, David. How are you, my man? Thanks for doing this, and congratulations.
No, thank you, man. I just want to tell everybody thank you so much for the love and the support they've been giving me. You know, this is a big win for me in my career. But what I tell you guys, I said I was going to go do that, and that's exactly what I did. I went in there, I stopped Zurdo Ramirez. He was a tough fighter, but like I said, I wanted to cement my legacy, and, man, we went in there and did exactly what I said I was going to do.
I feel like you have taken a big step. I feel like a lot more people were talking about you after this fight. Videos went crazy viral. It just felt like a new chapter has begun for you after this fight. Do you feel that same way? Can you feel that?
Yeah, I definitely do feel like that. And I've always knew I've had this in me. But I always tell you, I need an opponent to bring it out of me. And I've showed so much different dimensions in my boxing game that people aren't used to seeing. I mean, I know I told you that speed was going to improve my power, just that speed alone. You guys have never seen no speed like that. I said I was bringing speed like James Toney, the cruiserweight division, but I think I'm even faster than James Toney. And I don't think nobody punches with the type of combinations I punch with. The last person to do that was like Pacquiao. So it's just, man, I'm just really cementing my legacy, cementing my legend, and I'm just really happy with the work I've been putting in.
That finishing sequence, talk about the speed and the power. Again, like I think I've watched it 30 times at this point. Like the way in which this right here. How many times have you watched this? This is beautiful. You've got to love this.
I've been watching it for hours and hours, bro. Honestly, I had to give myself a break. I stayed up until like 5 in the morning just watching it, just because I was so proud of it. And then also, I just want to bring up another point where I'm kind of a little bit disappointed of that people think I'm a dirty fighter. I've never been a dirty fighter in my life. Sometimes when you're throwing combinations like that, shit happens. You know what I mean? I'm not a dirty fighter. I don't use dirty tactics. And that elbow that I hit him with was, completely unintentional. But when you're throwing punches and bunches like that, man, I was throwing 10-piece combinations every combination I threw. So it's sometimes that happens. But like I said, I'm not a dirty fighter. I've never been a dirty fighter, and I never will be a dirty fighter. So for anybody saying that I elbowed him intentionally, I didn't elbow any. I've never been a dirty fighter, like I said, and I didn't do that intentionally.
I will be honest, and obviously this is about you, so you're paying much more attention. I did not see that. Are you getting a lot of people calling you that?
Yeah. I mean, but people always say what they want to say, but I just so you guys know what type of fighter I am. I've never been a dirty fighter in my life. So like I said, sometimes some things happens, but at the end of the day, what other fighter do you have today throwing 10-piece combinations like that?
No.
Nobody.
Especially moving up from 75 to 200. Are you the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world?
Yeah, I believe in my heart I'm the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world. I don't think I'm number one yet until I beat Bivol. And trust me, I will beat Bivol. If not like that, I'll beat him worse than I beat Zurdo. And I'm like I said, I'm at a point in my life where I've been professional for 13 years. I'm 29 years old. I've been to the top of the mountain over and over and over again. So I just want to keep challenging myself. I want to keep fighting against other great champions and keep showing the world that I am really one of the best of my generation, if not the best of my generation.
What does it feel like to be doing this for so long, to be a part of a fighting family, and now see all the dreams come to fruition? It's all happening. This is it. This is the prime of your career, and you've got much more to do and much more to accomplish, many more big nights in Vegas and all over the world, but you're living it. What does it feel like? Does it feel real? Does it feel like this is a dream? How could you describe it?
Yeah, it just feels, I've had patience for so long, you know what I mean? Sometimes to get to this level, you have to have so much patience, and I'm just really happy that everything I've talked about, to my dad, to my brothers, to my everybody that would even listening to me, when I tell you, everybody, that if I get any of these other champions, then I'm gonna demolish them, and I'm just showing that, and I'm getting stronger every single fight. So I'm really happy with this process, and I'm just enjoying the process coming up. This is something beautiful. I never thought I'd really accomplish it. I knew in my heart it was possible, but to be honest with you, it was a dream for me. But that's also a message for the young kids. Even if you have a big dream, stay dedicated to it, because you can live out and you could accomplish anything that you set your mind to.
I don't think a lot of people doubted it, but it did seem like you were having a hard time getting those fights because perhaps other people didn't want to fight you. And so to see this happen this way for you to materialize like this is amazing. Could I ask, when you were thinking about the fight, as you were preparing for the fight, did you think it would go that well? Did you think you would look that good moving up from light heavyweight to cruiserweight? Like truly in your heart?
Yeah, I knew that I was going to look extremely good because I didn't have to cut no weight. And, 200 pounds, people didn't think I had power, but I've known I've had power my whole life. Since I was 14 years old, I've hurt every single sparring partner that's been in the ring with me. So for me, having power, I didn't never question myself. So when I got this fight, I said, okay, this is when I'm really going to be able to shine because nobody thinks I'm going to come up here and stop this guy. But I know in my heart that I could stop Zurdo Ramirez. I told you guys, I heard him various times in sparring sessions with combinations like that. So I knew this was my big coming out party. It was a shame that Canelo wasn't able to watch that fight there because, he got a little bit scared. And I think I might have scared him away. But, just to show everybody, man, I'm a bad dude, man. I'm a bad MFer.
He left before your fight? Canelo did?
Yeah, he left before. I think he seen Munguia's fight and then he just took off. But
what's his beef with you? What, like, I know that you wanted it, but like, what? You're there. You're the main event. Why not stick around and watch the fight?
I don't know, man. I think it's just. I think there's like a civil war between Mexicans and Mexican Americans. Where I'm, everybody says I'm not Mexican. There's some people from Mexico that they say I'm not Mexican enough, this and that. So I there's just like a rivalry between us. I mean, but at the end of the day, it shouldn't even be like that. At the end of the day, we could just give the fans what they want to see, give them a great fight, and then we could both go home to our families. And that's really as easy as it can be. But I think, a lot of people, they're not, other people, they're not as confident in themselves as I am confident in myself. So when you're confident about anything, you can make anything happen. So I'm just, it is what it is, but at the end of the day, the fans won. The fans had a great event. The whole event from top to bottom was a stacked card. There were some great fights, and I'm just happy that, exactly what I said is what happened. I said that this was going to be a legendary fight card from top to bottom, and everybody had a great time. Everybody got their money's worth. Everybody was super happy, and that's what really at the end of the day what matters, because the fans matter the most.
I know you mentioned him in the ring after the fight, but you don't really think that there's any chance this happens at this point, right?
No, I'm just talking right now. You know what I mean? I think I've deserved that. I mean, I've earned that. If I don't get that fight, at least I could talk about it like I'm the bad man. You know what I mean? So I don't think that fight's ever gonna happen, to be honest with you. But
I don't think it would be smart. I mean, honestly, you're going in two completely different directions at this point. I don't think it would be smart for him.
Yeah, no, but look, at the end of the day, bro, we're just happy. We're happy with everything that we've had in our career up to this point, and now I'm just gonna take over. Then just plain and simple. And I'm not gonna take over by just taking over the date. I'm getting the toughest and hardest fights. And I definitely want to show you guys what I'm made of. I still have way more. This is nothing. I think what a lot of people are not talking about either is that sometimes when me and Zurdo would exchange, I'd take punches just to get my punches off. There's not a lot of people that do that. You know what I mean? And that just speaks volumes about my character and who I am. Who I am is if I get hit once, I'm coming back with 5 shots. And you can't teach that. You can't go in there and tell somebody learn how to get hit and then come back with more punches and more aggression. This is really who I am. I'm the Mexican monster. If I get hit once, it's gonna wake me up even more to come back even harder. So that's like, that's something that you can't teach, and that's that old school grit. And I told you guys I was going to bring that back. And, I'm just going to keep continuing giving the fans the fights they want to see. Everybody told me, it's like, man, it's funny because people keep telling me every fight I have, they're like, man, every time I see you fight, this is the most exciting fight I've ever seen. And when I was a little kid, I said, I wanted to be that fighter where you're stuck and glued to the TV because you don't want to leave, because you want to watch every second of it. And I'm just happy that, I'm able to back my words up.
Obviously, there's not a mark on your face, and it didn't seem like you got hurt all that much. But what is it like? Can you describe, is it different to be hit by a cruiserweight as opposed to a light heavyweight?
If I'm being 100% honest with you, I felt more power from the fighters at light heavyweight than I did at cruiserweight.
Wow.
And I'm not even playing. But, there's also a lot of factors that go, to that. I retained more muscle. I didn't have to really drain myself to make the weight. So I'm sure that makes you stronger. I'm sure that allows you to take more punches. But I was just locked in. At the end of the day, even if I have Gennady Golovkin in there, or Zurdo or Canelo Alvarez, if I get hit with the shot, in my head, I'm thinking they don't hit hard. So I think I'm just a different type of fighter. I just think in a different type of way.
A lot of people did like what you had to say about Jayo Pataya after the fight and about the Zuffa belt and whatnot. Do you think that there's any chance that this fight can happen, or is it not really on your radar because of the politics of that situation?
Yeah, that fight could definitely happen. It's just going to take some time. We're going to have some patience for that fight because there's a lot of politics involved. But either way, we got some other great fights before we even get to that fight. But like I said, once you want to make a fight happen, I'm in the position where any promoter is going to want to work with me. Even if it's Zuffa, PBC, wherever, at the end of the day, what the promotion companies have to realize is they work for us. If we want to make something happen, it's possible. We can make it happen. We just all have to come to the table. And at the end of the day, it's not about PBC. It's not about Zuffa. It's not about none of them people. It's about the fighters that worked our whole lives to get what we want to get, so we deserve these opportunities to fight each other.
You are the WBO and WBA cruiserweight champion. Do you have any interest in that Zuffa cruiserweight title?
No, bro. No, I don't have no interest in it, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but I don't have no interest at all in the Zuffa titles at all. What I worked for my whole life is the WBC, the IBF, the WBO, the WBA, and I'm just going to keep aiming for those titles.
You said after the fight, hey, why do you guys keep asking me about heavyweight? Because people are asking about heavyweight. But then yesterday, we see Turki Al-Sheikh tell his Ring Magazine outlet that he's interested in you versus Usyk. And so did that pique your interest? What do you think of that?
As of me for having a competitive spirit, that definitely does interest me. Like I said, at the end of the day, you don't know what's possible until you make it possible. You know what I mean? And a lot of people think I can't beat Usyk, but if I really put my mind into it and, train for maybe like a year, because I barely came up to heavyweight. I barely came up to cruiserweight. I can't just go up to heavyweight like that. You know what I mean? But if I train myself and I prepare myself, I could beat anybody in the world. But right now, that's not possible for me in my eyes. Especially if I want to become I want to be a reigning champion at 175 in cruiserweight. So that's already kind of hard to do that. If I go up to heavyweight, then I should forget about light heavyweight because the weight difference is just way too big. But I'm never gonna say never, because maybe in the future when I'm like 35, maybe 36. We could go up to heavyweight, but right now I'm really just, I'm just really just I'm just taking care of the cruiserweight and the light heavyweight division.
So just curious, has anyone even reached out preliminary and said, hey, what is your interest in this? Like in the last 48 hours or so?
No, because, my people already know, I work with Lisa Kuba, Samson Lukowitz, and Al Heyman. And I've already told them that before. They're the one that told me that. Lisa Kuba's told me, he's like, bro, I know you're gonna think I'm crazy, but I think you could beat Usyk at 200. He told me that, or a heavyweight. He told me that like a year ago. But like I said, I got my own plans. I know people, would love to see that fight, but I gotta give Usyk the respect he deserves, because Usyk, in my opinion, he's the #1 pound for pound. He's one of the greatest fighters of all time, and I have tremendous amount of respect for him. So that would have to be the hardest training camp of my life. But, if it does happen in the future, I would be willing to take the test.
Just curious, can you give us your top 3 pound for pound right now? You said Usyk's #1 for you. Who's your top 3?
It's definitely Usyk, Inoue, and then me. For a fact, I've seen that they just put me at #3, and I agree with that. I think the runs I've been having these past couple years, with beating, David Morrell, beating Bosick, beating Anthony Yard, coming up 25 pounds, my first fight, and fighting for two titles at cruiserweight, and then capturing them in the fashion I did. I honestly, it's perfect the way they had it, #3. And the only reason I'm giving myself #3 is because I have so much respect for Inoue, because that man has done so much for the sport of boxing. He's a great champion. So that's the only reason I'm not putting myself at #2.
I respect that. Did you watch his fight on Saturday morning?
Yeah, he's a technician. Big shout out to Nakatani too. I didn't watch on Saturday morning, but I seen the highlights after. But man, both of those guys, great fighters. Great IQ. There was basically a chess match, and not only was it a chess match, I think they have almost 55,000 people in Tokyo. go see that fight. So that just says the magnitude about those two fighters.
If you were to guess, it sounds to me like you're leaning towards going back to light heavyweight. Is that accurate? That's what you want to do next?
Yeah, 100%. We're going after Dimitri Bivol.
Okay, that's it.
I told you guys that's what I got. That's what I wanted to do, and just so the fans they have something to look up to. That's look forward to. That's why I give you guys my breakdowns, what I'm trying to do, what are my plans. And I told you guys I was gonna come back down and fight Bivol, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Now I won 2 more titles at cruiserweight. Now it's time to capture the rest of the titles at light heavyweight.
I love that. Do you think that it could happen? Is the dream for it to happen in September, Mexican Independence Day weekend? Is that what you want?
Not right now. I think it's. I don't know what's gonna happen because we're still in talks.
Yeah, and he's fighting.
Early talks.
Right.
Yeah, he's fighting, and at the end of the month, he still has 21 more days until he fights. So I don't know how long he's gonna have to stay out, or if he has an injury or any of that. So, but the thing is that we're already talking. We're in talks. So, if it happens in September, great. If it doesn't, it'll definitely happen by this year.
To finally fight on Cinco de Mayo weekend, to be that guy in Vegas, did it sort of live up to everything you had dreamed of? Was it as cool as you thought it would be?
Yeah, it was amazing. It was super amazing. What did you guys see? Did I live up to your guys' expectations? Did you guys think I was gonna go do that?
Nah, man. Like I said, pound for pound, you're probably the most exciting fighter in the sport now, and that is a title unto itself. It was mesmerizing. It was unbelievable. We played that one clip of you finishing him there at the end, and then the whole highlight reels. Could we play the longer one and just have David watch his handiwork? Is that possible? Because it's just so. And I love the fact that you're drinking out of a juice box. By the way, you're the baddest man on the planet, and you're still drinking out of a juice box. Do we have anything to show David here? Because it's just amazing what he was able to do. Look at this, David. What do you see here when you're watching yourself do work?
So when I seen that right there, this is when I let these combinations go. I knew that coming up at this weight class, nobody's ever seen no combinations like that. And that's that punch where I got hit too. You see, he had hit me one, the crowd went, ooh, and I got him with another 4-piece. It's just my type of competitiveness is on a different level. You know what I mean? Also, one of my idols was Manny Pacquiao. So that's even the reason I even throw combinations like that. And, you know what I mean? I'm just really happy with this win. I'm really happy with this win, and I'm just gonna keep going up from here.
Is this your favorite win?
Yeah, it's definitely my favorite win because I told you guys this was the biggest moment of my life. It was literally the biggest moment of my life. We sold it out with 18,000 people. It was on Cinco de Mayo. There was a lot of stars and celebrities there. There's a lot of people. Ryan Garcia and Mike Tyson walked me out, and it definitely lived up. I lived up to the occasion. But it's not. Also, I worked extremely hard for that. You know what I mean? I knew it was going to be a tough fight. I knew I had to come in prepared. But what I always say, you win the fights in the training camps. Mm-hmm. And I worked my ass off for this training camp, and she definitely showed in the fight.
Yeah, what about Tyson and Ryan there? Those scenes with your son in the locker room with them, that's like frame put up on the wall type stuff in the gym or something like that. How did that all come together? This stuff right here is amazing. How'd that all come together with Tyson and Ryan?
Yeah, so we worked with some. I have my new PR, Irma. We worked with her. She brought them together. I'd already met them before, but we had invited them to the fights, and it all came together, man. And I think also too, them guys they're big fans of boxing, so they love to watch boxing too. So it was great for all of us. We all walked out, we shared a moment, and then they got to sit down and see the Mexican Monster go to work.
And can I ask you about your attire? I love the detail. I love the nod to your heritage. Was there any special significance to it all? Look at this. This is beautiful.
Yeah, so we're working with Willie Chaviera, and then we're also working with the gallery department. And then it just basically, I like to look nice. I like everything to be, I feel like if you look nice, you're gonna perform nice. So, just my sister with the shoes, and everything, bro. I think we're just bringing something different to boxing. We like the fashion, we like to look nice, and you see the gallery department, you see the kilo rosary, there's a kilo on the rosary, and man, it's just I think I'm, not only do I look the part, I show the people. How an animal really looks like, and I look nice while doing it. So, I feel like my style is way different than anybody.
What about that moment with Julio Cesar Chavez after the fight? Did he say anything to you? Do you remember?
No. So I went up to him and I told him because he said nobody. I seen an interview the day before. He said nobody in Mexico knows me. He was like saying some stuff, and then I looked at him. I pointed at him. He's like, you know what? You convinced me now, David. You're a grand champion.
Wow.
It's like, oh, I'm barely convinced you now, huh? So it was just super funny. But just to have the respect from Julio Cesar Chavez, you know, he's a great champion too. We shared a great moment, and I'm just very happy that, you know, it's crazy, bro. I had Mike Tyson walk me out with Ryan Garcia. Then I had Julio Cesar Chavez embrace me, told me that I convinced him. It was definitely just a dream come true, man.
I can imagine.
Everything I've been working for my whole life, you know, it manifested in this one moment.
It's beautiful to see. How does the Benavidez family celebrate Cinco de Mayo?
Oh, so we came, you know, I took my kids to a vacation. We're about to go eat at a restaurant right now. And, you know, just for me, I'm just right now, I was so in camp for so long and I was locked in for so long. Right now, I'm just giving all my time, my attention to my kids, because my kids, at the end of the day, this is what I do it for. So now, you know, I'm hanging out with my kids, and, you know, we're celebrating Cinco de Mayo together. We're going to go get a nice bite to eat, and we're going to pray as a family, and, you know, we're just going to enjoy the day.
I love that. And I don't want to take you away from your family any longer. So thank you for doing this while on vacation. I didn't know you were on vacation, so we really appreciate that. Well done, my man. Congratulations. It's such a joy to watch you do your thing, watch you work and represent your people and just the sport. It's just an amazing thing to have a champion like you at the top of the game. So I wish you nothing but the best. Congrats. Enjoy the victory, and I can't wait for the next one. Thank you so much, David.
Thank you so much, my brother. God bless.
Same to you. We'll talk to you soon. There he is, El Monstro, David Benavidez, the man in the cruiserweight division. You can make a strong case after one fight in the cruiserweight division. With all respect in the world to Jai Patel, love Jai. Been talking about Jai for a while. You guys know this. You can make a case that he's the best, and I know he has 2 belts now to his name. Jai had the IBF and lost that, and it was very unfortunate, and hopefully they can figure that out. He is the Zuffa champion. But it sounds like he's got his sights set on Dmitry Bivol, which would be tremendous theater. He did talk to us about Artur Beterbiev the last time we spoke. That would be tremendous, although I think given Beterbiev's age and just sort of the wars that he's been in, he hasn't had like 50 fights or anything like that, but still getting a little bit up there, I think that might be a tough one for him, if I'm being honest. The Bivol fight would be an interesting puzzle for him to figure out. If you haven't watched Benavidez' fight, if you haven't watched that fight on Saturday, go watch it. He is so fun to watch and just a great guy. Very easy to root for as well. I wanted to give a shout out to fellow Canadian Chelsea Green. Chelsea Green, who is doing great things in the world of wrestling, announced that she had to undergo a heart procedure. This is from Post Wrestling. She underwent a procedure on Monday to address a condition known as SVT, supraventricular tachycardia. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly, which led to an irregular heartbeat. She wrote this: my latest episode during WrestleMania pushed my resting heart rate to 228 for almost 15 minutes. Yesterday, Dr. Gergis spent 3 hours working on me, and I had to be awake for the last hour of the procedure. Thankfully, it was minimally invasive, and I'll be back to work very soon. The Mayo Clinic states that most people with SVT do not require treatment, but when recommended, it can require an operation, medicines, or a device to control the heartbeat. So wanted to wish her the very best and a very, very speedy recovery. We did see 2 posts from Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods. We'll start with who? Kofi Kingston. I thought Kofi Kingston's message was really, really nice. I want to pull this up real quick because that text might be a little bit too small for Yes, here it is. A great message from Kofi Kingston, and I thought that there was perhaps a hidden message in this. I'm going to read this as quickly as possible. Kofi Kingston, one of the all-time best. What a legend. It's taken me 2 full days to respond to all my texts. I hadn't been on social media until today, and I'm overwhelmed by all the messages here. So much love. So I can't help but be filled completely with gratitude. My story has been nothing short of remarkable, and I'm truly blessed to have such an illustrious, accolade-laden, and most importantly, fun-filled career. I made my childhood dream become the most wonderful reality. Throughout this journey, I'm so thankful to have been surrounded by great friends and to have built so many unbreakable connections with people that I'm very proud to call my family. Most people go through life without ever experiencing a love like I have for Woods and E, Xavier Woods, Big E. That bond alone would have made this whole experience worth it. Kind of like me with the whole crew. There are far too many people to mention here by name, but to everyone who has ever supported me, guided me, helped me, taught me, cheered for me, praised me, and stood up for me, and even rooted against me, thank you. I appreciate you more than words can say. My main mission has always been a simple one, to provide a comfortable life filled with heartwarming memories for my family, and largely in part to all of you. I can now proudly say that I've achieved that goal and more. This wasn't supposed to be a novel, so let me wind it down with some advice. This is the really interesting part, in my opinion. Do your best to live a life without regrets. Control what you can control, always give it your all, and fight hard for what you believe in. Do not ever compromise or accept less than your due when it comes to your worth. Find the courage to believe in yourself, fearlessly pursue your goals and dreams because anything is possible. The kid that was too small, short, skinny, and scrawny was never supposed to make it in this land of giants, yet here we are. And so as the sun sets on one chapter, so too must it rise in another. Tomorrow is indeed a new day. That kind of gave me goosebumps. And I thought that the part about compromising and accepting less was very, very interesting. Xavier Woods also posted a message, which I thought was really nice. You can check that out on social media. I believe I retweeted it as well. Another long one, and he does say at the very end, thank you for believing in me. Thank you for letting me be Xavier Woods. Thank you for giving me the confidence to walk away as Austin Creed. That's his real name. So 2 great gentlemen, 2 great careers. Let's see where they end up from here. I did see this amazing video from Francis Ngannou squatting 810 pounds, 720. Get what? Look at this guy. This is a beast of a human being. What? 810 pounds? I think I could do that. I'm actually low-key, LK, a very, very good squatter. LK.
Boss.
No, I'm telling you. Like super LK.
Yeah, what are you squatting these days, bro?
Almost even I don't, I'll take 2 50-pounders and I'll do the deadlift. You know?
No. You hold them individually in your hand?
I'll take 2 dumbbells.
Dumbbells or kettlebells?
Nah, I'm not a big kettle guy. I think it's overhyped.
You hold the dumbbells at your side?
You hold them at your knees. You kind of go a little bit past the knee, butt out, like you're closing the car door with your butt. That's the technique. A little bit of this.
So we're talking deadlifts or squats?
I said I'm doing squats I'm doing the Romanian deadlift.
Right, so a Romanian deadlift. Okay.
Yeah.
So not a squat.
But it's sort of like the cousin.
Low-key squatter, though.
I could do a squat. What do you mean? Like this?
Who's squatting these days?
Like this? What is this? What's the question? Do you want me to go down? What do you want me to do?
A squat, bro. It's a
look at that
movement.
Look at that. You see that?
Where's the 50-pound dumbbells?
I don't have anything. Here.
Back looks a little odd. Whoa, look at that right there.
What?
The stance there. You were kind of leaned forward.
What's that?
There it is. Let's get lower, bro. Come on, man.
Look, the hamstrings are on fire these days. So I hold them like this, and I go, look at that. You're not even supposed to go that low.
No, you're supposed to go lower.
Fucking hell.
Not even close. Are you out of your mind?
I'm impressed.
Thank you, Jordan.
He's holding his hands.
But what's this new article here? This is from Shaheen Monster Piece from Ben, just published. Was Muhammad Ali's most famous photo a lie? The many mysteries of Sonny Liston, boxing's menacing mob-affiliated sledgehammer? First of all, LK, some of the best graphics, some of the best paintings, pictures, whatever you want to call them.
You got to retire LK.
Some of the best in the business on Crown. /
It is great. Shout out to Hayden Hodge, looks like, right?
Okay, yeah.
Shout out to Hayden. Time to retire LK.
Yeah, but we're
FR.
retiring LK.
UK?
FR.
HK, retire LK.
HK, damn it. Yeah. Upper key? No. Well, I'm excited to read that. Best in the business. What a site. It's some site for one site, that Uncrowd, huh? Do we have any super chats, Frankie?
We got one left.
Oh.
Super chats.
Nah, I see cheers to Kofi Kingston. 20 years in WWE.
Hate to beg, but please tell Rick to favor Bob and Cheryl's email for the tickets. I will do just that. Rick, please favor Bob and Cheryl's email.
I should say also, I didn't say this up front. I can be bought, so obviously take that into advisement when you send these emails.
Yeah, we'll do some trades, right, Rick? We'll take some Nick tickets.
Hell yeah.
Courtside, maybe, if you got them.
Whatever you got, I can be bought.
What an experience that would be.
We've already got, a handful, 5 to 10 emails already. They're flying in.
Nah, I need you guys to buy the actual tickets, all right? We need to sell this bad boy out.
We're doing a giveaway. You better buy the tickets.
No. I need you to buy the tickets, all right?
Well, the key is there's only 2 tickets, so one person is going to win 2 tickets. The rest of you are going to have to.
Yeah. Okay, I'll tell you right now, whoever buys tickets and sends us a screen grab of the ticket, you will get slammed by Derek Lewis on the stage. Like we'll set it up.
We are not.
Could you imagine? And then you'll go.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Could you imagine?
There will be no slamming. There will be no slamming.
Oh,
legal,
there it is.
Ramifications here. Insurance issues not happening.
Did he just offer that to all ticket holders?
Yeah, actually, legal is drawing up a waiver that you can get slams.
No.
By Ariel.
You bought.
Who's legal? Where's legal?
We'll
We got HR. Where's legal?
Is legal in the room with us right now?
HR?
We'll do.
I'm working it on it now. Yeah.
We'll do a squatting contest. All right.
You and Derek?
Squatting contest where we're actually doing Romanian deadlifts.
With the 50-pound.
Wait, but who's squatting? You and Derek?
Who's to check? Oh, look at this, guys. Breaking news just announced. July 4th. Wow. Did you guys see that news that DAZN is going to have select fights on TNT?
I didn't see that, but that's cool.
You didn't see that? That happened like over the spring break that we had. Anyway, on July 4th, which is a Saturday, live from... Wait for it. Live. Okay, so boxing's youngest world champion, the great Abdullah Mason, is going to be going up against Joe Cordina. That's some clash right there. Shushu Carrington, our boy, Bruce, against Rene Palacios on July 4th, I believe emanating from Cleveland's Wolstein Center. So that's a bit of a home game for Mr. Mason. And that's going to air on TNT and DAZN in the U.S., DAZN worldwide.
That's not bad.
That's like Channel 245 on DirecTV, TNT.
Shout out to 245.
Yeah, you know about 245, 247, 351.
TBS.
Yeah. Wow, love this. So July 4th fighting, because July 4th is Saturday. That's fun.
I dig that.
Love it.
They're going to be celebrating the 250th anniversary of American independence. Do you think they'll do anything for Trump's birthday, too?
Maybe jump the gun there.
Anyway, that just came through the wire. Over at arielhelwani.substack.com is where you can leave questions and comments for tomorrow's On the Nose segment. So we'll be doing On the Nose tomorrow. And also on the program tomorrow, it was asked of us on, I think last week's On the Nose, to have Dave Allen on, the White Rhino. Everyone loves Dave. He's one of the funniest guys in boxing. Do you think the interview will go better than the Daniel Dubois interview?
Nah.
Who's to check?
Dave's got no personality, man. Why would that go well?
Any interview.
Yeah. Well, Dave Allen's going to join us. Paulie Malignaggi is going to join us.
Oh, hell yeah.
And that should be interesting. Azim Zaidi, the Karate Combat president, is going to join us. So we moved it to tomorrow. And Johnny Eblin and Costello Van Steenis are going to join us.
Together?
Same time?
Who's to check?
Oh, okay.
So that's going to be fun. And we'll talk about all things combat sports 328. Once we get closer to the paper, I've been saying this a lot because people always say like, oh, where's this guy? Once we get closer to the fight week, like I've always told you, when the fight is announced, we go heavy, and then in the aftermath, we go heavy. Fight week is sort of like, people who celebrate, they go out party on New Year's. What do they call that? What do they call New Year's? What are like the real
Revelers?
New Year's Eve.
IYK people do? They say that's amateur night. Like those people go out on a Thursday, they like to down, 12 rum and cokes. It's the amateurs.
Do we just call them pizzies?
the amateurs go out on New Year's. And so to me, fight week is sort of like amateur. That's like when everyone, no. The real skill is pre, post. That's where the real magic happens.
The squats that are actually.
Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Does anyone understand what I'm trying to say?
Are those people in the room with us right now?
People in the room with us? What are you talking about? I'm talking about interviews. What's going on? I feel like there's been a lot of miscommunication on today's program.
Everyone knows what you mean.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. It's time to go. It's time to go. Oh, what's happening in Champions League, guys? Let's see. Let's break it. 0-0. Oh, was it 1-1 aggregate going into the final? The semifinal, second leg. I guess it was. I'd like to see Arsenal make it to the Champions League final. I'd actually like to see. I'd rather Arsenal win than Man City, and I know that upsets my son, but they've won enough, Man City, right? Enough of those guys. Forrest is just flying right now. I mean, Forrest has run since tying Man City a couple of, more than a couple of weeks ago, 8 weeks ago or so, unbeaten. And then, of course, 3 p.m. on Thursday. The best part about me revolutionizing the Paramount Plus app, which all things considered was pretty bad, prior to me doing that. Now I can watch Forest Europa League, but also do the PIP. They've got to work on a few things. What was the thing that we talked about yesterday that they had to change?
Full fight cards.
Can I just say, before we get to full fights, I like the stats underneath. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah, sure do.
And then one guy was red here and the other guy was red there.
They were taking a lot of damage. That was.
I like that, but I also liked you could see if you were late, you could see, okay, what happened? What did I miss? What's to come? What's next? It was all right there. I guess it's the difference between having a sports app run by sports people and just like an entertainment app. We're seeing that. So we need to work out the kinks. We'll get there. Thank you, Tatsuro Taira. Thank you, Daniel Dubois. Thank you, Luke Rockhold. Thank you, David Benavidez. Thanks to you. Thanks to them. Back tomorrow. Same time. Peace. I'm out of here.